those other ones, right? So, I mean, hey guys, don't worry. We're going to make sure that he still makes the great content he wants for you too, right? So, look, he's smiling because he knows them. He knows their audience that's basically out there. Now, one other thing that people are talking about, the other thing too that's really nice is because I'm going to do less hands-on in this case. The other thing that's nice about air cooling is it's just a little bit easier. So you will have a better time because it's just going to be an easier process to get set up. I will say in the Fractal Torrent, love the case, but doing an AIO in this bad boy, yeah, we'll be here for about 50 hours. And you got kids at home, and you got streaming to do.
Yep.
So speaking of that, you were live a little earlier today.
A little bit.
And you were showing your hotel room. Yeah, from your hotel room. And you know, it's funny, we were looking at it, it's like, so what were you just like, we noticed you had towels on the floor and stuff like that. I was like, come on, maybe you should clean up and call me next time.
Well, I picked up the trash, but I feel bad like if the maid service comes in and has to do a lot of trash, but like a towel on the couch, it's no big deal.
Yeah, okay.
But no, it's an awesome room.
Yeah, it is. It's actually a really nice hotel.
I was like, this is crazy. It's one of the nicer rooms I've had.
Actually, we have a funny story. So I had just come in from Seattle, and you were waiting at the elevator. And at the time, we didn't know each other.
Nope.
And so we walked in, and I was like, you were joking because the elevator was so bloomin' slow. And you're like, and there's like this awkward pause because it's me, my dad, and you. And you're like, yeah, I put this elevator button in like 20 minutes. And then, so we had this whole conversation.
It was on the floor.
Yeah, it was on the, and then, it's
on the same floor as us.
And you're like, it's on L. And we at the time, and so we get off, and then we come back, and then my dad's like, oh, who are we working with today? And we looked you up, and he was like, hey, we were on the elevator with him, and so it was just really funny that we had this whole interaction beforehand.
It's funny.
It was funny. So guys, we now know that the Robeytech channels are now back in here. So we now know, and Blondie can fix that blade of ice if she wants to go ahead and just change the thing to science and technology. We are here. And for those of you joining us, we are going to be building the first ever live PC with Intel ARC. I am introducing my fine friend here with Newegg, Intel ARC, and then we got CobaltStreak hanging out with us. So welcome, Robeytech fans, and we're going to go ahead and get started. You ready?
I am ready.
You are?
I think.
Do you have like a pre-stream kind of like routine? Like, do you do some yoga? Maybe some dad stretching? I call this one. I hurt my back, and then so you're coming up with the good poses, anything like that we need to get into before you get started.
Oh man, usually I just stare at the button anxiously and until I click it, and then once I click it, I feel all better because people start showing up and talking to me. And I'm like, I don't need to feel nervous, which is so weird.
I hear you, right? Like you're like, if I hit this, is anybody going to come?
And that's always the fear, and they always do, but like literally when I have nightmares, it's about me going live and people not showing up.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
it's so sick.
These are the things that we as content creators actually have to deal with. And it's funny, it's like we have such incredible communities. So huge shout out to all of our communities for hanging out today and being a part of this very, very cool experience. Now, before we start, and two things. One, we do have some giveaways, and we'll get you more details on that. I know people are excited about that. But we have a little video to share with you, and apparently it's something about Jack and the day in his life, so it could be really boring. Oh, never mind, it's about ARC. Sorry. Oh, I got that right.
Hey everybody, Ryan from Intel here with my good buddy Tap.
Hi guys, I'm Tom Peterson.
And we're here today to talk to you about Intel ARC. In particular, we're starting with this Intel ARC A750 limited edition graphics card.
Gorgeous box.
And we're doing things a little bit different this time. Our intent is to talk directly to the consumer, directly to the gamer. We're really going to go into details about performance and compatibility and technologies and all the things that you want to know about these graphics cards.
Straight from the horses' mouths.
Straight from us.
Yeah, and the cool part about that is it's not going to be confusing. It's going to be very straightforward, very transparent. You'll know where we are.
Yeah, and we're going to talk through this at arc.intel.com. That's where we're going to kind of collate all this information together, so you'll be able to see these videos, any of the deep dives that we have, any of our other kind of interviews and engagements and Q&As that we host are going to be posted right there.
Yeah. Now we're going to start today with performance. So we're going to be talking specifically about the A750. This is our kind of mid-range at the high end, right? This is our number 2 GPU. It's really cool. It's going to be amazing perf per dollar story, but we'll talk about that later. Today is going to be all about absolute perf on the best titles that run on ARC. So these are titles that are already optimized. You're getting great utilization on the EUs. You're seeing, our L2 being utilized, our vector units, our matrix units. It's all coming together in a beautiful,
symphony
of GPU
Yeah.
performance, yes. So let's start with the first game, and we're going to take a look at Control. All right, so this is Control, and you can see right now we're hitting about 66 frames per second. We're just kind of sitting around. Let me show you what the settings in the game are. So we come into the menu, hit Options, come over to Display. We're running 25 by 14, full screen. All the settings are set to high pretty much. It's basically the type of experience you'd expect to see for a performance GPU. So let's come in here. Now we've got VSync off, so you're going to see some tearing, but I want you to get a sense of what the performance is going to be. I would expect, this is the A750. It's going to be running between 60 and 70 FPS at these settings. So you can already see the gameplay is fluid. It's very, very smooth. I have no artifacting of any kind. And let's go do some more complex stuff. So you just come over and smack the table. Got some papers running around. I got a dude I need to shoot a little bit, but I'm not just going to shoot him. I'm going to come up here with my smack him in the face. That's Control. It's a fantastic title. Runs great on ARC. You're going to see a whole bunch of other titles that have similar performance levels, but overall, it's a great title to start with.
So that was a great example of an optimized game running, right? So
absolutely.
Control looking
it's
great.
Cool. It's got
great
effects,
So across those games and others, right, we have great performance story to tell.
We do. I mean, on different titles, depending on, kind of the optimization level, we're up to 17% higher, 15%, 14%. It's all of this absolute performance wins against our same class GPUs from competitors. So I'm really excited about it. It's a great way to showcase what the potential of the ARC architecture can do, right? And we're going from here.
And it's important to point out, not every game will look like this at launch. We're not going to have the same kind of performance story for every game, but that's our goal, right? We're going to continue to optimize drivers, improve our software.
It's going to be a lifelong journey for some titles. Some of these things that have been around for 20 years, we're going to keep working on them. But the truth is, if we partner with an ISV, or if an ISV optimizes for ARC, and that's not just true for us, that's true for almost any hardware vendor, you're going to see the best possible performance.
And you can find out all about it at arc.intel.com. It's where we're going to continue to have more videos like this, more blogs, editorials, social mentions. We're going to talk more about performance, broader sets of games,
XeSS,
technology,
ray tracing,
deep dives,
overclocking, LED stuff. It's going to be cool.
It's going to be fun. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, so key thing here, guys, is that unfortunately we're just going to be building with the Intel Arc today. We're not going to be showing any benchmarks or anything like that. This is just about the build and celebrating the GPU. But if you want the latest details, the latest data on performance, release dates, pricing, all that stuff, make sure you head over to arc.intel.com, because that's where all of your real information is going to be. We are not experts on this. Again, we're just here to celebrate the launch and do the build. So again, arc.intel.com is going to be where you're going to want to get the information. Outside of us obviously showing you the build and how to put it in and that sort of stuff. We're good
just here to drool.
We're just here to drool over it and basically at some later point get to play with it, right?
Yep,
That's the whole thing, right?
That's the goal.
Yeah, so there it is, and going from there. ARC has a Gundam hand. Oh, there you go. There we go. I don't know where that comes from, but hey, somebody saw something in that video we did not see. So very, very excited about today. Today, we also have some giveaways. We'll get details on that. I'm sure there's going to be a graphic or something like that for that. But once we have the information on that, we'll also share that with you. If you're going to want to get in on that, make sure you head over to Intel's Twitch channel, though, because that is where all of that information is going to be. That's where the giveaways are going to be happening. So appreciate you hanging out on Cobalt's channel and my channel. But if you're going to want to get in on the giveaway, which I think we have a laptop we're giving away and some other stuff, you're definitely going to want to head over to Intel's channel.
Go get it, guys.
Make sure you're getting in on those giveaways. So we'll miss you. Please come back. because we don't want it to go live and everybody's now hanging out with Intel.
Just pull up like 20 tabs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Just make, be in all the channels. That's what you need to do, right?
That's the model viewer right there.
That's the way it should be. Yeah, don't leave. Don't leave us. Go to all the different, just open multiple channels. Yeah, I like the way you think, Cobalt. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Of course.
Okay, let's start building this PC. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay,
I'm nervous.
so I'm going to have you grab that motherboard right there, this really big box. You did it with gusto. Okay, so there's your razor blade, and then we're going to get your little toolkit out over here. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and cut that bad boy open, we're going to do a special display here. So we'll do the Intel CPU here. We'll do the ARC GPU. Oh, actually, we'll do them both over here. There we go. So it's always in the show. How's that? You like that, huh? Look at that. It's like I'm like in marketing or something. I'm just kidding. Okay, cool. He's opening it up. He's just jumping right in. Oh, Excalibur fell.
I'm good at following instructions, I would like to think.
I think you did very good. I think you're doing great. Okay, cool. So far, this is going very well. We've almost opened box 1.
Make sure I don't like...
Yeah, don't cut yourself.
Yes, I don't want to...
We actually had... It's funny, I won't name names, but we actually had one guest at one point in time where the director was like, we need to do a whole episode with this person. Yeah, go and lay it down. With a whole episode with this person on practicing with tools, because they were just like throwing, and you're like, calm down, like you can cut somebody. So if you want to go ahead and take the motherboard all the way out.
Sure. Well,
yeah, you just pull it right out from the back. Perfect. Then I'm going to take
treat it like
this
it's a baby.
Yeah, there you go. Throw that in there.
So I lived in the woods for a week.
Really?
On stream.
You can leave that.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just leave that in there.
And we had like machetes and stuff like that, and my chat was so worried that I was going to injure myself in some way, but I got through that, so I think we can...
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. Yeah, you're good. You're probably more versed than this other individual was, because, I mean, like, this person was just, like, genuinely, like, I was, like, doing this. I'm like, whoa!
Dodging?
Yeah, you're, like
dodging
the thing. Go ahead and open the bag all the way up. And then go ahead and take it outside, yep. And last time you did this was like 8 years ago?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
My last one was pre-made that I ordered, and the one before that, a viewer actually sent me all the pieces and helped me set it up on Skype. Yeah, which was awesome. That was probably in like 2014. So.
Oh, okay. So it has been a while. Okay. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is see all these little blue tabs. That's all the peels. So we're just going to peel all that stuff off. It's protecting all of the pretty that one just didn't come off. So use the other tab there. There we go. And I think this one actually you're going to have to use your little fingernails to kind of pull it off.
Oh, is there one there too?
Yeah. The blue didn't pull it off. You might have to
I think it's good.
Oh, it might be good. Okay. Oh, you did come off. Oh, look at that. Oh, there it is. Oh, there you go.
Fantastic.
Okay, and then you got one more right here. You hand it to me. I'll get rid of the garbage for you. Ooh, okay. And then you see one more. There's another one. And there's even one more. Okay. There's two more. Okay.
It's like, where's Waldo?
One more. Where do you see it?
I got all of the other ones.
You're missing one. There's one blue tab.
Blue tab.
There's a blue tab.
I'm colorblind.
Oh, okay. There's a tab. I don't know what color it is for you.
Yeah. Oh, sneaky.
So what color is that one then to you?
If
you're going to call it a color.
I mean, blurple.
Okay, blurple. So then I'll say from now on I'll say look for the blurple tab.
It's either blue, purple. I don't know. I get the colors mixed up easily. It's fine. I just pretend like I know.
Chat was like trying to help you out big time. They're like IO.
Yeah, chat knows.
Yeah,
they
chat
like to
knows.
mess with
They
me.
like to mess with you. So there we go. So there is our motherboard ready for you to go. Go ahead and grab the Intel CPU box, not the ARC. Sorry, the CPU. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. And then we're going to have you go ahead and use the very sharp thing again.
Look how fancy.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Wow. It's actually, so when you make a CPU, this is called a wafer, and this is how CPUs come before they're literally cut into the little small squares. So that's what that's for.
That's crazy.
So you're learning as well.
I am.
Do you feel educated?
You know what? I will by the end of this, I'm sure. I'm such a nerd. I love all this stuff.
Right.
It's just been a long time since I've had to actually dabble.
Okay.
Ooh, gentle.
Yeah, don't worry, we're good. It's protected by its gold. Now, the funny thing is like we have been saving these for Tomber. He actually thinks these are real gold. He's been collecting them over there. He thinks he can buy stuff with them. It's pretty funny.
We're gonna trade him in for a Bitcoin, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna send him into a store and let him see if he can spend them. It's gonna be pretty funny. But there it is right there. If you want to go ahead and twist it, your CPU will be inside of it. Oh, look at that. And you can go and just go ahead and take it out of the gold there. Okay, and then you're going to hand me both pieces of the wafer there. Then we'll set it up so we have it back in the display.
Make sure we get it over there.
That's right. It's got to be prepared. Now we're gonna set it up so it looks like super pro.
It looks like a trophy. It looks like I got an award.
You did.
I feel like I did.
Congratulations. We made you this award for you being you. Okay, so we're gonna put this over here. So it sits over here with Intel Arc. There it is. Look at that. So it always looks. You know that there's power in here. Okay. So your first installation is your CPU. What you're gonna do is you're gonna push this and then kind of lift it out. It'll kind of push out and then go out to the side.
Towards me?
Towards me. Yeah, down and then towards me. Push down.
Grip on it.
Yeah, there you go. And then towards me. There you go.
Yes.
Okay, and then you can go ahead and use that little lever there and lift up, and that'll expose the socket. Okay? Cool. Now what you're going to do is you're going to open that up, and then you're going to, with both fingers on both sides, you're going to take it out and just set it right in just how it's, let's see it, just like that. Yep. Okay, and then we just need to make sure it's in.
Seated properly.
There you go. Okay, and then you shake it. Okay, now what you're going to do, so the interesting thing, you're going to take this finger and you're going to push it down while then putting, and you're going to want to hold it all the way down while pushing this underneath, just like you had. Now don't touch the black, don't just the silver. Okay, there you go. Keep pushing, all the way down, and then now you're going to pull this and then go under. And that thing's going to pop.
Oh.
That's by design.
Okay,
Ooh, that was a good pop.
Scared me. I wasn't prepared for that.
That was a good pop, though. Like, it almost took you out.
like a champagne bottle.
It was like, can we get a replay of that? Can we? No?
Slow-mo,
No, I guess
maybe?
no slow-mo, nothing.
Maybe some like lightning.
You know what?
Or
I thought
something.
this was a real production team. I guess I was wrong.
Where's the CGI effects
That guy's
on
on
the
his
fly?
phone over there. I mean, that's probably why. Okay, so we're good there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in. We're going to do the thermal paste application.
Yes.
This is like the Bob Ross moment of this whole build. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to put like a small amount of thermal paste onto the center of the CPU. When you think about it, a little bit about the size of a grain of rice.
Yes.
Okay. So there you
Center
go.
of the GPU.
In the center of the center of this, just a little small grain of rice. Now it comes out kind of fast, so just be.
I'm going to be
kind
so
of,
gentle.
Yeah, kind of be gentle with it.
Use both hands. I'm nervous. I'm shaking.
No, you got nothing to be nervous about. I mean, if you over apply, it's okay. We can scrape some of it off. You coming out? You can put more.
I know. I'm scared. It's going to like.
Oh, it's going to shoot
Just
out like
juice
a
it.
Are we out? No, I think it should.
There's a little bit in there. There it goes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Perfect.
Perfect.
That's a little much, but it's
Little
okay.
much.
Little much. We're fine. We're fine. It'll be fine. Luckily, we have these right here for getting some of that off. So I'm going to take a little bit of it off. There we go.
Bob Ross me.
Okay, so now what you're going to do is so I'm going to show you a little bit of the technique. So you're just going to basically like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cover the this little entire center area with an even amount of thermal paste. And then if you want to sing a song while you're doing it, that works really well. Using your finger, putting your finger on the spatula helps. You know what I mean? Because it applies even pressure. Here, let me show you like this. Kind of like this. Take your finger. And then you can see how it like spreads. Yeah, just like that.
I am getting some great tips.
Yeah, this is pro tip. How to spread thermal paste like a pro. Then the other thing too is this also, for those of you who are watching with chat, this also works really well for other applications like peanut butter and jelly, mayonnaise, mustard. I mean,
great dad
so
skills.
so many things that you're learning right now that are going to apply to other areas of your life. Right? We are making your life better here at On Mod Workshop and as part of Intel Gamer Days. Oh, look at that! You're doing very good. It's a nice even spread. There we go. I'm going to cover the whole thing. And the reason we do this, so it's not just because we think it looks cool. The other reason we do this is because when you apply the cooler to it, you want to make sure that it's giving even pressure across the entire cold plate. And if you have thermal paste everywhere, then you know that when you lift it up, you're like, oh, that I knew it didn't get to this area because I know I covered the entire thing. So it just makes it a lot easier to debug if there's an issue. That's totally fine, dude. Good job.
Cool.
Okay, cool. If you want to hand that to me.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll clean this off. And you did a great job.
That was the thermal paste is one of the things that I'm always the most nervous about when I do it. I don't know why. It's like irrational, but
No, I don't think it's irrational because you know what? I think a lot of people actually end up having that fear. I think the one thing that's good about using this method is that you know you've actually applied enough.
Yes.
Because you've covered the entire thing. So you know that you're not going to have any hot spots because you know the entire CPU is basically covered. So it's a nice little trick. It's easy to basically do, and it can save you some potential pain in the future. Next up is putting in your RAM.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and grab it right here. There you are, sir. Your RAM. And I'm going to hand you your
machete.
There you go, right there. And you want to go ahead and cut that open. Oh, look at that. Okay. And then you want to go and kind of take it out.
Crack it.
Now this, I don't know, this is a big moment in every PC build. And that's because this is like the ASMR moment of PC building. And it's all about how loud kind of the clicks are. Now the good thing is that we have a really good motherboard and we have really good RAM. So we're probably going to get a really good click. So I'm going to show you with one and then I'm going to have you do the other and give you the technique. If you want to hand me the box there, I'll go ahead and just get that out of the way. I'm going to save you the sticker though. Because stickers are very important.
I always wonder what those are for, just like bling, I guess.
Because people put them on their case. Now, we will put the Intel one on the case when we're done. But yeah, some people are like, look, mine's got G-Skill. You know what I mean? Then it looks like those like really terrible cars that have like 50,000 bumper stickers.
Like all the decals.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so these are going to be the two slots we're going to put it in on. Okay. I'm going to show you the technique on doing this, and I'll have you repeat it. But so what you do is you basically put it like this. You have the sticker pointing towards.
Okay.
I'm going to stick it in just like that. And then both thumbs, and then a solid pressure. Ooh, did you hear that? Oh, that was like bone cracking.
That was a good one. It's like you've done this before or something.
And you will be a little bit nervous because you'll be concerned about the amount of pressure. It's okay. Do it. I've already given it a good click, so we've christened it. Like, we don't have to worry about it. Like, you've hit the champagne bottle against the ship and it didn't crack. Like, we've already cracked it. So you can be okay, like, being timid if you need to.
But don't force.
Yeah, don't force. So you're going to go and set it in there. And what I do is I set it in, get it kind of set. And then once I got it set and all the way kind of down, then I'll do the pressure. There you go. Okay, now give it a good push. Ooh, actually, that was, dude. That was nice. Okay, so I will say, in 30-something episodes, you have been the most just get in there and do it. Everybody else has been like, I'm going to break it, and then so they'll start doing it. But you just went, now you have done it one other time. But
I have.
Good job. That was good. And you gave it good clicks. So
I love that. It's very satisfying.
It was a satisfying moment in any PC build. Okay, so we've got RAM in, we've got your CPU in with basically your thermal paste on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install your NVMe SSD. So now we need the iFixit kit. iFixit. So I'm going to get you your screwdriver here. There it is right there. Here you are, sir. And what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you take that screw out.
Okay.
And that screw out. And then this actually just pulls right out like that, just to keep that from. I like how you did you flexed a little bit beforehand. You were like, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for this build.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
So excited.
Okay, now they're going to be captive, so the screw shouldn't come all the way out.
Okay.
Now, do me a favor. So do me a favor. There's a peel here, and just the blue. You just want to make sure you take the blue off, blurple in your case.
So this just comes right off.
Yeah, it should just come right off. Perfect. You can hand me that. And then there's another one on the top side, also blurple.
Here.
Yep. You see you don't want to take the whole pad, just the little plastic layer. There you go. It's a thermal pad, so if it comes off a little bit, it's okay. There you go. Perfect. Okay, now let's grab your NVMe SSD. And you said your other
acronym.
It stands for missing. That's what it stands for. Where did I put it?
Solid state drive is the last part.
Yeah. But I'm trying to find it. Somewhere around here is an NVMe SSD. NVMe SSD, where are you? Okay, I've got your big one. I'm just trying, but right now, just so you know, it does actually stand for non-volatile memory express, but right now it stands, we're looking for it. So yeah, we have one. It's here somewhere. I did see it.
Oh, you saw it.
I did see it at one point in time, but the question is, where did it go? Because this won't fit in there. Okay, so while we're having them look for it, let's go ahead and work on your cooler, and then hopefully we'll find it. Pause on it, which means we're never going to find it. Okay, so we're going to actually have you open that one up.
All right.
And while we wait for the NVMe SSD to show up, there we go. Okay, and so we're going to take that little box out. Perfect. Cool, and you can hand it. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we got one right here.
Aha.
So we're going to be handed one. We don't know where Paul's going. This is like quite the, okay, we got it. Perfect. Here it is right here, guys. NVMe SSD, non-volatile memory express. And now what you can do is go ahead and pop that out.
Okay.
You can like kind of like lay it down on the floor. Perfect. Okay, so there is a little, see this little slot in what's called the PCB, which stands for printed circuit board? That is going to, see how this splits right here? So that's basically going to slot into there.
Like this.
Yep, just like that. And then you give it a nice firm push once you kind of get it started. There you go. Give it a good firm push. 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 There you go.
Yeah.
And that's how you always know, because it's like a diving board.
Springboard.
Yeah, springboard even. And then what you're going to do is you're going to push this, and then this little thing twists. So push it down and then twist it. Might take a, oh, there, perfect. Just like that. You're done. Yeah, it's nice and gripped, and you're good to go. Okay, so now what you can do is you can repeat what you just did and put that back on. Okay. We're going to get to the ARC. Everybody's like, open the ARC, please.
Guys, there's other pieces.
There's other parts that are just as important.
It can't run by itself, as cool as it is.
Is this a world record? This is a world record
speed
Cobalt
running.
run.
That's right. It's a world record speedrun Cobalt style.
Yeah, exactly. Did you hear those clicks?
Cobalt any percent?
This is like like that is the loudest. That was a world record RAM click for Cobalt, and we actually had. We actually did have Guinness here for a little bit, but unfortunately there was an abnormally large rabbit down the road that actually got taken away. So we weren't able to get the record and everything, but we did try, which is unfortunate.
Darn.
I know. It could have been just to add to your others. Okay, so we can go ahead and take that out, and we'll just kind of get all the packaging out. And I do have to say, I love how sexy this cooler is. It's just a very attractive cooler.
It's got some weight.
Yeah,
to it.
It's got some heft. I mean, the thing is that people wonder. It's like if you're gonna air cool a 12900K, you need a hefty cooler, and this is pretty much outside of this or the Ice Giant. This is pretty much the heftiest one you can get, while still looking attractive. So I'm gonna go ahead and I pop that out. So you want to just pull that out. There you go. It's just gonna look good. It's gonna look so good, and it makes me happy. I'm very excited about this build. Okay, so now what we got to do in order to make sure all this stuff works, we got to basically put in your bracket and everything. So I'm going to pop this open. And then we're going to find down here. So that is your stuff that you need, and here's all the little parts that we need to make your little bracket happen. So I'm going to get this out of the way so people can see here, and I'm going to kind of open this up using my magic hands. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you how one works, and then I'm going to have you do the rest. So here's what you do. You can see how it says like this. It said this side must face the motherboard. So now we have the right direction. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these and see how there's a little triangle on it? See that little triangle? So you're going to make sure the triangle is pointed outwards like this.
So that it lines up.
Yeah, so it lines up on the outside. So it's pointing up. And you're going to take this little bracket and you're just going to kind of put it on just like that.
Sure.
Okay? That's all there is to it. I'm going to have you repeat that for the other three. And they always give you an extra. Okay. And while you're doing that, I'm going to grab the other parts you need.
If anyone needs a PC built after this, you can find me on twitch.tv, CobaltStreak, and I'll be happy to $69 an hour, no problem. I'll get you hooked up.
$69. That's pretty good.
It's good. It's a good rate.
It's a good rate. I feel like, and quality by you, What are some of the after touches you'd do for it, like just to make it just like uniquely Cobalt?
I don't know. Give it like a lick, just so there's some DNA on there.
So there's like it's almost like every
every
PC comes with the potential of cloning you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I get worried about that sometimes. I'm like, when I send out giveaways, I'm like, did a piece of hair get in there? They have my sequencing now. They might just start popping out cobalts everywhere. So should I have 4 of these?
Yeah, you should have 4 of them.
I do not see the 4th.
What happened to it? What did you do to it?
Screw.
Oh, I got another one right here. So here you go.
Fantastic.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Well, there were 4. There was an extra one, I thought, but maybe there wasn't an extra one.
Usually they give you like a little extra something.
Yeah, it's like Lego, right? Like, don't be stingy, Noctua. Don't be stingy.
All right.
Give us some extra parts.
It's like a little droid bot now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so where this droid bot's going to go? If you flip over the motherboard, it's going to go. Yeah, go ahead and flip it all the way, like fully rotate it onto its face.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah, it's going to be okay. I mean, you said this PC did not need to work, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? It can.
So
just kind of
there's an arrow on here, basically. So usually there's a little place to know which direction it goes, but it's pretty straightforward. You just want to go like this, and you're going to stick it right in those holes.
Sure.
Push it down.
Nice even.
Okay, cool. And then now you just flip it back over. There we go. Look at you. You're so pro. And then you're going to stick these little blue posts on each one of those corners.
Sorry, I'm hoarding the trash.
Oh, it's okay. I will tell you this, like if you don't monitor it, if you don't manage it, it will get out of control.
Oh, believe
And you're
me.
just like, where did all this stuff come from?
I have a mountain of cardboard in my garage.
Okay, so now I'm going to verify, because I don't always remember, because I do too many of these, which direction. And don't be afraid to look at instructions, guys. Don't be that guy. No, honey, I understand. It won't be a problem. That's not true.
Maybe if I'm building a bookcase, but not a PC.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so see, this is why I did it, because I grabbed the wrong ones. So I want these. Okay, so on here, in the center, there is a 2. And I think it's 2, right? LG A770 is 2. Okay, so see how there's a number 2 here and a number 2 here? You're going to put this on the post. First, let me verify. No, we're going to do it this way. Yep.
Measure it up on that thing.
Yeah, I'm just going to make sure that I was putting it the right way. Okay, so you're going to put it on the post. So where there's a 2 here and a 2 here, you need to make sure both silver posts are in the 2.
Sure.
Okay? And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side for this one. You're right. You can never go wrong with Noctua. And then try not to touch the thermal paste. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's, of course.
I didn't know if you got any.
I don't think I did.
You'd see it on your finger. That stuff is extra sticky. And your skin would be falling off right now. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. It's like mercury or something.
Yeah, it's highly poisonous, and it causes...
But it keeps it nice and cool.
It keeps it nice and cool. That's all that matters, right?
It really wants to go in the one slot.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get it to kind of line up the way that you need it to, but yeah, it's worth it in the end.
This may be the hardest challenge yet.
Not going in?
I can get one side on the 2.
Here, let's just verify something real quick. Sure. Let's just make sure that all of these are actually pointed out, just to make sure that we didn't. Oh, see, no, they look like they're all fine. I'm just going to make sure, because if these aren't in the right direction, then we'll have problems with that.
Gotcha. I tried to mimic it as best as I could there.
Oh yeah, see. So you had the arrow here.
Oh, no.
We want to make sure that the arrows are. So that's why, like, good.
Gotcha.
That's why they make it that way. So it's like, oh, if it doesn't do that, now we have it the right way on that one. Okay, so we're good there.
They try to make it idiot-proof, but
No, I would say this is not idiot-proof.
No?
No, I would say that this. I'd say that it's very easy to mess this up. Luckily, they did make it so if it's wrong, the thing doesn't quite fit like you did. Okay, so there, that one's good. Then we'll check this one. The one thing that's tough about Asus boards, and it's a good thing, is they actually how their slots, the circles are a little bit bigger. How there's 2 holes. That's because it also supported Legacy, which is why this still fit in there. If you didn't have one that did that, then it wouldn't have worked. So simple, easy mistake. I'm just making sure. Now we're just going to verify the rest of them so that way we're good. We know we're good.
Could be.
Luckily, they make these things. Okay, so that should be good. So we're just going to pop that back on real quick. And this is going on really easy now. Yeah, see how that just slides right in? And I'll have you re-put the blue circles on, and then try that again. Perfect. Okay. So now 2, it should fit nicely into the 2 2s.
Ah, that's so much better.
Yeah.
That was way more
And then
easy.
you've got the other one. It's all good.
Perfect.
That's on. Oh, is that on? Okay, perfect. Oh, is that both on 2? Oh, that's a little bit on the 3. Okay, perfect. Okay, never mind. I'm just OCD. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is start to screw these down. Don't screw them all the way tight.
Sure.
You're just gonna kind of start them with each finger.
Like clunker gamer fingers.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we know that you actually like indie games. Like that's like the kind of the
bread and butter.
Bread and butter of your thing. What are some of the mainstream games that what's your favorite mainstream game?
Honestly, Elden Ring is one of the top games this year that I've played. I love all the Resident Evil titles, Final Fantasy. I do a little bit of TFT. I love card games, Magic, Legend of Runeterra, Slay the Spire. Oh, Slay the Spire's not mainstream, I'd say, but yeah, I dabble in lots of stuff.
So you do Runeterra and you do Magic,
Mm-hmm.
not Hearthstone though, huh?
No. Hearthstone is, so the way no offense to Hearthstone, it's a great game, but it's like rock, paper, scissors.
Right.
Whereas Magic is like, it's like like the Super Bowl or something, you know, like it's just more complex. It's got more like nuances and things you can do with it. Whereas Hearthstone is more, it's more of like a simple version of Magic.
Right.
I feel like.
Yep. But Runeterra, which is the Riot card game, right? So I haven't played that one as much. So I'm a big Hearthstone player.
Yep.
So and just
you love Runeterra then.
Yeah. But I was curious, right? Is Runeterra more like Hearthstone or is Runeterra more like Magic?
So what the devs actually said, they've played all the games. I think some devs actually worked on Magic and Hearthstone that developed Runeterra. But they basically said they took all of the best elements from card games and put it into Legends of Runeterra. Okay. So that's what they try to do, like the mechanics of like every turn you get a little bit more energy that you can use, rather than in Magic you have to play the lands out, you know, kind of thing. So, but it's really fun. It's unique and yeah, I don't know. I like it.
Okay.
We like it.
Cool. Well, here, let's take this. Sure. And what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and hand tighten it until it like stops, and then we'll tighten the rest with the screwdriver. So once it kind of stops, and then do it all. The main reason that we do this and we don't tighten it all the way down, just so people know, is that if you tighten it all the way down, one way, you can get it off of the 2, and then that'll make the whole thing kind of askew. So that's why we're doing it this way in general.
I'll keep it on 2.
So yeah, and so have you watched, like with Gamescom happening right now, have you had a chance to watch some of the bigger releases? Like we talked about Project P and some of the other ones. Have you seen any other games that you're actually pretty excited about?
I've been really busy this week, strangely. But no, I did see there's a game called Scorn that looks really right up my alley. It's like a first-person shooter, but no dialogue. And they tell the story with emotions of the game, like the environment and stuff like that. So you kind of have to. It's really interesting looking. But no, I haven't seen any of the new announcements for stuff. Is there anything you're looking forward to?
Well, I mean, like the big one is Project. Is it Project Calypso? Right? Like it's from the guy who did Dead Space.
Oh, yeah.
So
Callisto.
I think Callisto. That's what it was.
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, so they showed some new gameplay for that. That actually looks really rad.
I love Dead Space.
Have you played? Did you ever play Alien Isolation?
Yes.
Yeah. So huge fan of Alien Isolation, and so this one looks kind of. So they showed some pretty gnarly gameplay for Project Callisto, and like some of it's like it's basically the more you attack, the more they mutate. So it's actually you got to kill them quickly, which is actually going to be pretty interesting. So
that is crazy.
Who else? Just love chat. Like if you guys seen some other games that maybe you saw that were announced. I know they showed the Sonic open world game, which was kind of like I'm kind of mixed on that one.
You know, it could be a hit or a miss.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know till you play it.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I am. And then let's see what else. Like I'm trying to think of others, but yeah, I had the same kind of problem that you did. It was one of those things where like the whole thing had happened, and then finally like it was like 1 a.m, and I was like, oh man, I just decided to kind of like binge watch as much as I could because I kind of felt like I'd missed it. And then I know Xbox had some new things and stuff like that, but I just haven't had a chance to kind of catch up. So like I even feel like I'm behind.
I think the big thing with like Xbox is the Game Pass, right?
Right.
They're just like all the champions on League are just like unlocked for you.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like that in and of itself makes it worth just having it for PC players, right?
Yep.
And then they're giving you TFT. There was stuff for there that they were also giving you. I think they're giving you an exclusive board and some other things like that.
Oh.
And then for Runeterra, you're also getting packs, right?
Oh.
So it's like there was actually some pretty cool stuff that was going through that. Okay, if you want to hand me the box, that one, the cooler box. Let's get that out of the way. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and have you, we're going to take off the fan. So the way that works is you just kind of pull like this, and so you do it with the other one, and then same with the other side. And then we'll just take the fans off. We're going to kind of keep the orientation here. So yeah, pull towards you. So it's like locked in there.
Oh yeah.
So like that, and then pull towards you. Yeah. Okay. And then we can just kind of lift those off. Gentle hands. Okay, so this is the back here, and the reason you know that is because it clears most of the RAM. It just sticks right back in there. So what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna set this on, and then you see how there's these 2 screw posts. Those are gonna go right on, line up right on the screw posts, just like that.
I think I got it.
And I lied. We're gonna lift it up and rotate, turn it 180 degrees. There you go. It's okay. There you go, perfect. That is right. And the reason you know is it shows the air. Like you want to make sure the fan is going to clear. You want to make it's not going to touch the RAM. Okay, so now I'm going to take the world's largest screwdriver, right here, Excalibur, as we call it. And you're going to go ahead. So start it on one side, and once it kind of gets going, then go to the other side, and then you just kind of go back and forth. And then once you kind of get it, you do that a couple times. Then from there, you can finish out the whole thing.
Gotcha. I feel like we should like knight each other with this thing.
Oh, I know, dude. It's so large, but it's so good. Excalibur, and of course we have links for it because we've had so many people who've been like, I want to buy that screwdriver. It's like a staple now of the show. We actually had a Phillips version. a flathead version. We've never used it, so they're like, we're like, it's over here. It kind of felt like abuse. Oh, is it on? Is it on all the way?
No, I had to loosen the other side just a little.
Oh, to get it on. There you go.
Let me just connect for me, buddy.
Give it a good solid push down. It's okay. You can give it some pressure. Does it feel like it caught?
No.
Interesting.
Oddly enough.
Oh, it's not on. There you go. Now give it a push.
Yeah.
There you go. Now just give it. Now you can go. Give that one go all the way down on that one.
Okay.
Just go ahead and seal it. Seal the deal.
Seal it up.
It was being the hard one. Let's just get it stopped. There
Perfect. All right.
Everybody's excited about Excalibur. Exclamation. That's awesome. It's good to see it. It's good to see it getting so much love in the channel. And then just go until it stops now.
Okay.
Then you should be good. Yeah, so I think you had such an interesting beginning of your journey. So let's tell the Cobalt origin story. How did you get into this whole thing? It's a decade ago.
Yes.
People were wearing bell bottoms. Noah had just come off the ARC. They had just the invention of the radio. But you were ahead of the time.
I was a pioneer.
You were a pioneer, just getting off the wagon from out east. Like tell us the story. How did it all begin?
people from my community will know this. They've heard it 100 times. But so basically, I used to play a lot of WoW, a lot of League of Legends. Those were my go-to games. Because of that, we found Twitch. Me and my buddies that would hang out, on. I think it was like Ventrilo at the time, or
oh yeah, dude,
or something.
So this is like beginning of TeamSpeak, Ventrilo era,
Mumble,
Mumble, that sort of thing.
Skype was still like a popular.
Like Bill Gates
thing.
had just graduated from like MIT or had just left MIT. They had this thing called the IBM.
Microsoft didn't even own Skype at that point. It was just Skype.
Yeah.
But so we were watching League of Legends streamers, obviously trying to pick up some tips because that's what we were trying to do, and. It was really cool. It's like, we can watch these pro players live and learn and interact with them in strats. And then we saw one of them between waiting in queues play the Binding of Isaac, the Flash version. They were like, I like to play this while I wait for my long queues.
Yeah.
So I said, this game looks cool. Like, I'll check it out. And one of my friends also was playing it, and we would compare builds and whatnot as far as the game goes. And Skype had really bad quality, so I decided I'm just going to stream it on Twitch.
Right.
I'm going to boot it up. And that way, when I have a really cool build or I think I'm going to win, I'll be like, hey, come look at my stream, friend, and you can see. And then people started coming in to watch it just naturally. Like, I would stream more. People started coming in, and I was like, hey, this is really cool. Like, I really like the chat interaction, being able to talk to people, answer questions. And from there, I was kind of in between jobs. I was actually in IT school, this was a decade ago.
Right.
But so I'm so rusty now.
Yeah.
But
this was back when you used owls to pass information and stuff like that.
Owls, pigeon carriers.
Yeah, it was more about training animals than it was actually back end OS stuff. I like how I'm doing this, but I'm older than you. But it's still funny. It's still.
So yeah, I started. It happened. I took a chance. I said, hey, I'm kind of between jobs. I have a part-time job waiting tables while I'm in school.
Right.
Let's hit this hard, see what happens. And it went from 10, 50, 200, 300, partnership, 1,000. So now we're almost at 350,000 follows. We got 70K on YouTube, 30-something on Twitter, and just super blessed, man, that people support me and I can do what I love, which is just get on and mess around and have fun with my channel.
That's awesome.
That's how I got started. It's funny because my name, I made it when I was a kid.
Right.
So when I started streaming, I didn't think anybody was going to watch me, so I just kind of got stuck with my handle.
Right. Do you think you would have chosen Zero Cool instead?
I have a friend named Zero Cool that I played laser tag with growing up, so he kind of...
Zero Cool cast 255 systems, and
I love that. I love Hackers so much, man. That's a great movie.
What do you? So let's have a little moment. If you could choose a new name today, what would have you ever thought about it? What would you have made your name?
Oh man,
Robeytech was taken. Sorry, you can't take that one.
Cobalt Gaming Pro. No, I have no idea. I think, ironically, it ended up working because when I play Isaac, I like to do these things that I've made up called streaking. And it's where you start a run, you don't reset, and you don't die. And you try to finish the run start to finish without dying. Do as many in a row, and you build up a streak.
Right.
My name's CobaltStreak. Right. So it's kind of
It ended up working.
Yeah, it's... Oddly enough.
But then probably some people not knowing what streaming was like, Cobalt streaking, is that just mean he paints his body naked and then just starts running down the...
blue.
It's oh, look, there's the Cobalt Streaker.
Just a blue man running through the quad.
Florida man and Cobalt Streaker. It's synonymous right there. Okay, speaking of fans, we're going to go ahead and put these fans back on. So the way that this works, I'll do one and then you'll do the other. So what you're going to do is you're going to basically put it on and then kind of repeating the same thing. You just give it a nice pull and it should just sit right on there. Like that. These actually have a tendency to be pretty easy. This one is not being easy. Oh, that's because I have this one way over. Okay, so we're going to kind of line it up, and then it just locks in, just like that.
Cool.
And then you're just going to make sure it's even on the top. Does that make sense?
Yes.
This is where the OCD. So you said you played WoW.
I did. I was a very hardcore WoW player for probably 15 years. I was a guild leader in multiple guilds. I had a Shadowmourne Legendary from Ice Crown Citadel.
Oh, so Wrath. Okay.
I'd literally robbed my guild bank. I was a kid.
Right.
So I would skim off the top, all the things you shouldn't do as a leader. But you know what? You learn life lessons in different ways, and Nobody ever caught me, so it's fine.
It's fine. You just
I can just laugh about it
now.
now.
You're honest about it, and now people know. It's like, yeah, we
Exactly.
used to have 10 or 100,000 gold in the bank, but now we have none, and I don't understand why. Like, what was going on there? It may not go all the way. It
man.
may not go all the way down. So because
Okay.
the VRM is pretty high. So let's see how low you can get it, and then go from there. And you can just
He's like, this is easy, and I'm like,
here,
struggling.
here, I'll help you. Why don't I
It's,
do this? Let's take this out.
Sure.
Let's just take these out.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll do one and then get it on. So here, I'll hold it for you. And then if you want to pull that and go. The lock there? Okay, that one's good. And then if you want to just fix it on this side.
Fantastic.
There you go. And this VRM's pretty high. And that's the I.O., so it's okay. We'll get that fixed. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
And then take a look
Looking
at it. So we're going to
good.
have to bring the other one up. So
Oh, yeah.
a little bit. Is that even?
Let me get my ruler out.
What do you think? Looks pretty good.
So my
right?
leveler.
That looks good.
Looks good.
That looks right. Okay, cool. Okay, so that is good to go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to shove this little cable down here and get it underneath and run all the cables up and over here.
Yeah, that's one thing. Cable management, I am so bad at.
That's okay. That's what I'm here. That's my superpower. It's a terrible superpower. I wish I could have gotten something like, flying. But you know what I got? I got cable management. What's your superpower, cable management? Yeah, that's lame. You're last pick
I
on
mean,
the
some
dodgeball
people
team.
really need it. And, I mean, have you seen, I'm sure you've seen some nightmare
Oh,
setups
yeah.
in cable management. So, could be worse. You could, blow bubbles as your
Yeah,
power.
exactly. What's
or
your
something.
superpower? Bubble blowing?
Bubble man.
Yeah.
What's up, Jelly?
What's up, Bubble Man? I'm really good at kindergarten parties, but yeah. Outside of that, pretty useless.
Call my agent, book me for your 10-year-old's party.
Guys, it's funny because Bubble Man's probably watching right now. He's like, yeah, I'm laughing all the way to the bank. You know how much money I make off a party, birthday party?
I'm rich. I
I'm
got a
rich.
bubble Rolex.
Yeah. You ever talk about your Twitch stream? I don't even have to stream anymore.
Oh, man.
They just book me for parties. Screw you guys.
Ugh.
I'm done with this stream. I was really excited about Intel Arc till you were making fun of me. Yeah, there we go.
It's right here, y'all. It's right here.
We're gonna get there. Just getting the cables hidden because that's part of the fun. There we go. See, now you can't. Now you just got the cables ready to go.
I've
Okay.
actually learned a lot just from this so far.
So it's been a while. Like we said, it's been a hot minute since you built a PC.
They weren't even SSDs. They were just a brand new thing back then when
Right.
I was taking classes and whatnot. So, and now I'm like, why would you ever use anything else?
Oh, I know, and it's so much faster.
But the other one literally physically spins. That's so
I know.
weird.
But you're still putting one of those in your thing. You got 8 terabytes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right here, buddy.
yeah.
I mean, what are you going to store on it?
Huge.
It's right here. There it is. 8 terabytes of storage.
I don't know.
I mean, do you have
Probably YouTube videos.
Oh, it's mostly probably Magic memes.
Magic
8 terabytes
memes,
of Magic memes.
decks, deck lists.
A whole video of just all
my
the
text
YouTube
files.
all the YouTube videos of why Hearthstone's better than Magic. I mean, there's a ton of those too.
Oh my goodness. We're about to fight.
It's about to throw
We're gonna
down.
throw down.
Actually, it's funny because I played Magic, OG Magic. Have my Black Lotus. I have those
my
things way back in the day.
gosh.
And then
The Mecca.
and then it was because I got to go to Gen Con, and when I went to Gen Con, it was back when Fable launched. So this is OG Xbox days, and I remember
I
going
remember
there,
Fable.
and so I was playing Magic, and I was playing with Jeff and Michelle Butler, who were the people who started EverQuest. So
Oh,
the two
wow.
lead designers for EverQuest.
Cool.
And they got me as a gift. They got me 3 Black Lotuses because they weren't as expensive back then. It's I think they paid $150 for them or something like that back in the day. And so it was one of those things that it was just one of those cool treasures that I had gotten from way back in that.
And now you could buy a car if you
Yeah,
traded
I don't
one in.
even want to think about it. That it's just in a safety deposit box. It's just one of
That's
those really
crazy.
cool, one of those really cool stories of But yeah, no, I had learned to play Magic, and I have now I play Magic with my son. So we go and we have been playing together. We've been
Wow.
playing and just doing some stuff for him.
Cool.
So he's been kind of getting into it. Not with the Black Lotuses. I just want to
Oh,
let you
no,
know.
please.
Yeah, so he's you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna send
Frame
them
it.
to We're just gonna
frame it, get it graded,
and then- and leave it alone.
just piece of art. It's a piece of Magic history. It's just cool to have one. All right.
Okay, so people are concerned that the fan on the cooler is backwards, and they are right. We actually have put these on backwards. They should actually go the other way, but it
fits.
But we still got it even. So I mean, at least that is right. What they are noticing, and they are correct, is that we want the air to go this way, and that's what the arrows did. But we just decided to put them on backwards because we were so into having fun, and that was my bad because I'm supposed to be getting that right. So I appreciate that you guys caught that early. And we really just wanted him to practice putting them on.
Honestly, like chat is...
This is why I build
Great.
with chat, because I've built literally thousands of PCs, and I still like sometimes like and there is actually a whole meme of like Robey putting fans on backwards.
It's crazy they can catch that.
Oh, dude, Org Chaos and those guys, they catch that stuff all the
gosh.
time. My usuals are like, hey Robey, you remember how people think that you're an expert and then you did it wrong? I'm like, yeah. I've gotten to the point where I just don't even have much of an ego anymore. I'm just like, you know what? If you have questions, just ask them.
Hey, well, at least it's just the fans and not the entire base.
Yeah, we didn't do everything else wrong now. It's an easy fix, so we'll get that fixed real quick, and then they'll forgive me maybe later.
They're never going to let you live it down. If I miss one Tinted Rock and Isaac, their chat goes nuts.
Yeah.
And I do it on purpose so I can see which ones I don't like. I'm like, which ones can I trust?
Yeah.
The ones that aren't yelling at me. Gotcha.
And which is not most of them. Most of them are just yelling at me. They're like, what did you do? So we'll get that fixed real quick. I'm the one thing is I liked it the other way because the fans were doing better in terms of length of the cables, and we're not going to get that with this one. Okay, there we go. But we're good now. Okay, so this is the way the fans are actually supposed to go, and the main reason being is that you want the airflow to actually go across like how we have it now. So fixed and fixed. There, chat, you happy? You just wanted it to be right. What the heck?
They're like, fine.
Yeah,
we'll just
fine.
let your computer
we'll make sure
explode
it functions.
next time.
Yeah. So now we actually have it right. The air is going across like it's supposed to. But maybe I was going to do a non-standard. Maybe I was going to do a non-standard setup. Yeah,
man.
That's it.
We got Bubble Man coming in.
Yeah,
he's
we
going
got
to hook some bubbles
he's
up
gonna
in
blow
here.
some bubbles. And if you had it the other way, it was optimal for bubble blowing. Thank you. Thank you for helping me with that.
For
I
sure.
appreciate that.
Got you
That's
covered.
totally not true. Okay, so we're good there. And we have our little fan extender. We're going to add to this. Yeah, this is just so we can get this, and then we'll run this and go from there. So that's what this is for. It's funny because this is now long enough that I'm going to see if one thing we can do is we're going to see if we can run all the fan under this and then hide this whole thing. So then all we have is just a little bit of fan header left.
It's the little things, the little details.
Well, it'll save us actually a little bit of work later on. But unfortunately, the one thing I don't like I love Noctua, but I don't like that they stick these really gnarly brown stickers.
Oh, yeah. Like the tag thing.
Oh, you're like, oh, thanks for that. That it's it's like
Totally unnecessary.
Yeah, somebody's like, my favorite color is brown, and I'm going to make PC parts out of it. Thanks. Let me just ask you. You forgot the CPU. No, I didn't. That is in there. We put the CPU in. Wow, you guys really have no faith in me.
I Bob Rossed it.
But I loved it. Yeah, he did. He did the Bob
gave
Ross
it
and everything.
the
And you know what? Here's the cover. That is also not on there. So we didn't forget to take that off either. Huh? Yeah. But one thing that we did, I do want to make sure. Can you raise your hand if your favorite color is brown? Raise your hand in chat. I'd love to see how many people, everybody's going to raise their hand, though.
They will,
They're
just to spite us.
Just to spite us. But, dude, who raises their hand and says that their favorite color is brown? Dang, you remembered the CPU.
Unless they're really into, like, chocolate or something, I guess.
I mean, chocolate's different, though. But, like, whose favorite color is, maybe in your house,
dirt
a lot of
brown.
people use earthly colors for their
No, not my jam.
Peanut
I
butter.
can't even tell the difference between brown and red. I'm colorblind. So it doesn't matter to me.
Just got to keep bringing that up. Pull the blue tab. I can't tell what color's blue.
It's all blue.
It's all blue, Robey. Just pulling all the tabs. Fine. It's fine.
Yeah, chat's like, do you want us to get you some monochrome colorblind glasses? I'm like, no. I'm thriving.
I've seen some of the best wholesome content on the internet, right, has been like where like there's some like glasses or something like that that like lets people who are colorblind see.
I've seen some.
And
some
and like
VODs.
it's like some touching. Like you're like, wow, this is almost too wholesome for me, and I'm
Yeah.
like a dad.
They're just colors. I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Like as long as I can play them video games and there's like colorblind mode on some of them. And
You're good.
That's
That's all it takes. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna get my favorite things in the world, buddy, and that's called zip ties.
Oh
'Cause
boy.
We're zip tying at this
Yeah,
point in time.
those are the cable managed magic makers.
Yeah, right there. We're gonna make sure that this thing is clean and hidden and not viewable, because that's what we need.
I always have not enough when I need them and too many when I don't.
Oh, I have like for me, it's like I have stock in zip ties at this point in time. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna single-handedly keep you afloat, zip tie. I don't even know if there's a zip tie company, but if there was, I own stock in them.
I mean, there has to be because they're a thing. So
Yeah, people need them.
they haven't like revolutionized the zip tie. It's just like the perfect thing, you know?
There's like the one guy. He's like, can you imagine that? Like the guy's like, okay, so tell me about zip tie V2, and somebody's like, what do you mean you designed it perfect, you idiot? Like, we can't patent this anymore. There is no zip tie V2. Okay, this one comes in colors. Okay, that was pretty smart though. Yeah, that was zip tie V2. It comes in blue. Well, now Cobalt can't see it.
I can't. You know what? It's just camouflage in there. I just see things in blurbs and blobs. No, I don't. It's fine. I see HD.
You see HD. Mm-hmm. It's like I've got 4K vision from the beginning.
I didn't. I just recently got glasses in the past 2 years, and let me tell you, I was really, really bad at shooters, and now I'm only slightly bad at shooters because I can see the people now.
Like before, before it was like an excuse. You're like, well, guys, I need glasses, and then you finally got them, and you're like, people are like, okay, well, now you have no excuse.
So now you can
You really
see
are.
their
You really are
heads
just
poking
bad.
up.
You really are just bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, so our thing is hidden. We got you. Like I said, there's very little cables, and now we've got it plugged in.
Great.
And we're good there. And that was like 30 minutes.
Boom.
Boom. Okay, so now next step, and here I saved the Noctua sticker. No,
Oh,
look what color it is.
fantastic.
Brown. Who puts this on their PC? Like, do you
Not
wanna-
me.
Not you. Okay, that's what
No
we
offense.
think. It's going in the box and never coming out, but it is made of metal. That's actually it's very
Oh.
very high quality.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to grab your case now,
Sure.
we can go to the next part.
The beast.
Okay.
Huge.
So now what we're going to do is using the power. Ooh,
Which way?
What are you doing? Like now the mat's all messed up. You want to flatten the mat there? There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to strip the case. Now, guys, this is the rated R section of the stream. So we don't want to have this conversation with your kids. Like if they've never seen a naked PC case before, you know, like that's not what we're not here
faint
for.
of
that.
heart,
Yeah,
you know?
the faint of heart. Like this could be very, very like, you know, sensitive to some of you guys, but we just want to get you prepared. So, okay, we're going to start taking it out. Okay, so if you want to just pull on this towards me, there you go. Just pops like that. Perfect. Let me get that out of the way.
Wow, that was easy. That
That
nice.
was easy. We need that like Staples button. Okay.
On the other
then
side.
do the same thing on the other side. There we go.
Careful.
They want you to be able
glass.
to see your tinted glass. They want you to be able to see your cable management. Okay, there's that one. Okay, so now up here at the top, there's 2 thumb screws, and then you're going to use Excalibur.
The mighty Excalibur.
Sir, if you could just kneel. I dub thee Sir Cobalt
Of streaks.
the streaks. That's yeah, I don't know, something about boxers. Anyway.
I was about to say, just not brown ones.
Just not brown ones. It's my favorite color is not brown. It's a streak.
So just kind of loosey.
Okay, yeah, just loosey, and then you should just pull towards you. It should just come off. Oh, is it still?
Yeah.
Slightly. There you go. Oh, there we go. Okay, we've unlocked the top.
Wow.
Okay, now last part to kind of come off here is going to be at the front. So if we want to flip the whole thing towards you. Watch out for Excalibur. We don't want to throw that down.
I have to respect it.
Okay, now there's a little grip down here at the bottom, and you can just kind of pull, and then the front will just kind of pop off. Should be able to find it there. You can do it from the side too. Just pull from the, actually just here, just pull from the side. Oops,
Oh,
see, it's
yeah,
literally
okay.
just comes right off.
Oh yeah, I was like all up
Look at
under
the
this
size
thing.
of those fans though. That's why you can air cool. I like how it took you a
might
moment.
keep my room cool
I
too.
know. Show the people can. So these are massive fans. This is why you can air cool a 12900K, because look at that. They're so big. I mean, there was a point that everybody was like, after I built with this case the first time, they were like, can we use this all the time, because we want to basically use the fans in every build ever.
Look at it.
Yeah, it's so big. I think in the box is I think somewhere in the box, we actually need somebody to grab the box of screws. So now what we're going to do is actually, what I'm going to have you do real quick is go ahead and like twisty tie all of these. Ah, perfect. Yep. Thank you, sir. There we go. So you said you played World of Warcraft for 15 years.
Yep.
But that wasn't on stream. You never streamed World of Warcraft? Was that like before streaming, or?
So my computer at the time was almost just a brick.
Okay.
It was terrible. It couldn't handle streaming WoW, but it could handle streaming Isaac.
Okay.
And that's why once my channel started kind of like picking up traction,
You're like, I need it.
One of my viewers just donated me the parts.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and then he helped me build it on Skype.
Wow,
So then I was able to do stuff.
Yeah, my viewers, they just pretty much donate me making fun of me and telling me all the stuff that I've gotten wrong.
Well,
They're like,
that's a great
here's a
strategy.
donate of good advice, Robey. It's just
That's
a brick.
awesome.
Somebody's like, just a brick. No, literally, it was just a brick. And then there was nothing else. Like, we don't actually even know how World of Warcraft ran on it, because there was like no CD slot,
It was.
nothing.
I could barely raid on it. It was bad. And it's funny because the computer I had before that, my sister had curb stomped because I made a comment about one of her exes because we were like having a spat. She ran upstairs, flipped my computer over. It didn't have a side on it, and she just went right on it. And I was like, she ended up having to give me a new one.
But that seems fair. Did your parents get involved in that fight? Like in that?
They made her buy me a new one.
Okay, that seems
with
fair.
money she had saved up, but
But
it
luckily,
still
she'd
wasn't
only
great.
saved up $75.
Yeah.
She was like, so I got you this Tamagotchi.
I got you this brick that you can't stream on, but you don't know that yet because
You don't know this is a thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So you've got all these now we've got all these wires. We're just going to make it look really good just by. Woo. There it is.
Getting wild.
Look at that. Look at it's just more cable managed than it's ever been. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do is lay the case down.
Okay.
And then turn it towards you, like so the feeder towards you. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to set this. You see how there's you've done this before, right? We just got to, you're going to sit, so this little, see this hole right here? Is going to sit on that peg, and then the I.O. goes into there.
Yes.
So the best way I usually do it is I'll just grab it from the I.O. and then I'll just lift it and sit it back in there. So if you want to do that and just set it in. Perfect, and then just kind of go ahead and set it all the way over, and then it'll just kind of lock on that peg. There you go. Oh, that sounds right.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Well, guys, this is where we're going to take our first break. So we're going to take a quick 8-minute break, get some water, and then we will be back, and we'll get back to doing some more PC building. We're actually in really good shape because there is no AIO. So there's like most of it is actually already there. So we're gonna get some cables and we're gonna install some cables and stuff like that. And then once we get from there, then we're gonna let you go play a little bit, like half an hour of gaming.
Cool.
Then we'll come back and then we'll finish building the PC.
Sounds great.
Okay, cool. We'll see you guys in 8 minutes.
just take a ride along the bay. We don't need to work, we can sit around and play. I've been waiting for so long to get away. Baby, don't hold back, all you gotta do is say, what would you?
Hey everybody, Ryan from Intel here again with my good buddy Tap.
Hey guys.
And we are here to answer some questions from the community, Q&A that you have sent in to us to help fill in some of the gaps about other content we've produced, videos we've put out there, that maybe you still have a little bit of detail that you want to get into, so let's jump into it. So the first question I have here for you is legacy APIs versus newer APIs.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about, we've been very open about the performance and what people should expect when these cards go on sale, and that there will be a performance delta for some period of time between older APIs and newer.
Yep.
Why is that?
Well, first of all, it's a great question. I've had this come up several times. What we've said publicly is that we expect DX12 titles and Vulkan titles to be very good performance relative to competition. We've also said that on some DX11 titles we're going to do great, but other DX11 titles we're not going to do great, and it's going to be a progress, improvement over time. So why is it? Why is it so related to DX11? The way to think about it is the DX11 API is structured so that the driver and Microsoft have made it really easy for game developers to do code. So on the game side, they don't have to do a lot of management of resources. They don't have to do a lot of how does memory work. All of that is taken care of by the API inside of Microsoft and our driver.
Got it.
Now what that means is we have to do a really good job of behavior that the game developers have come to expect when they're used to NVIDIA hardware. And the truth is that ARC hardware is very different from NVIDIA, so we now have to kind of start tuning all of our DX11 work to match what older titles have expected and done well with NVIDIA and AMD. Now, DX12 and Vulkan have kind of changed that paradigm, and the layer is much thinner, and the driver and Microsoft are responsible for less memory management, less resource allocation. It's all put into the game developer and the game engine itself. So I think of it as they're responsible for managing resources, we don't, and that means that new titles will take care of it themselves, right? And they'll do whatever multi-pass rendering algorithms they want, and they're going to tune it. So at the end of the day, we have a lot of, it's just going to be a labor of love for forever, making DX11 titles get better and better and better, and DX9 as well. But then Vulkan and DX12 titles are just in general going to be more optimized for Intel GPUs as we start to have a larger footprint.
So it's safe to say that as newer titles come out that are using these newer APIs, kind of the portfolio or library of games that work better on ARC will improve.
Yeah, and one great example is, and I hate to say it, we didn't ask Linus to do this, but he did it, right? And you can see there's a video of Shadow of the Tomb Raider running a DX11 and DX12, and the perf difference is big, right? And so when you kind of say, it's a real thing. It's related to legacy APIs being optimized for other architectures, and newer APIs are able to dynamically kind of configure themselves based on the hardware that's available.
And it's also worth noting that some older games have been updating to these newer APIs as well. Like Fortnite and World of Warcraft have both added DX12 code paths.
You know what? It's not massively difficult to do for a game developer. It's just there has to be a business case for them to do it, and I think you're seeing a lot more game developers move that way.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for this question. We'll be back with more very soon. Thanks, everybody.
We are back. And you know what I should have checked on the break is if this was actually with screws, but I didn't. And so this is not the right one. These are just the brackets. So we are back and we are getting started. But I did want to bring up that for those of you who don't know, we are celebrating Intel Arc, which is the GPU that we're going to show it. Let's give them a tease.
Okay.
You ready? We're gonna give them a tease. Whew. Because they haven't seen it. They want to see it. There we go. He's like, he has the most disdain look on his face right now. Like, way to fail, Robey. Okay, let's give him a tease of the Intel ARC. We're not putting it in yet. It'll be near the end, but let's show him the GPU. What do you think?
A little peek?
Let's give him a little peek.
Just a little peek?
I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay. Just a little.
Just a little peek.
We don't want to spoil them.
No.
I'm going to go ahead and take that sucker
Okay.
off, though.
It does say Intel on it. Look at that. It says Intel on it. So there's a little peek right there. It also has our fingerprints on it, so this needs to be destroyed.
Oh, no.
That's a lot of power. It's a lot of power right there in those fingerprints.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Little peek.
Oh.
There.
Oh.
Oh, there it is right there.
Oh,
there is
wow.
the A770.
That's all. That's all you're allowed.
Yeah, there it is right there. That's all there is. We'll show you more later. But we gave you a little, just a taste, just a moment of the Intel ARC when we get to go. And then, so let's go ahead and just talk through the parts we're building for the system that we're doing today. So he is getting an Intel Core i9-12900K, which is a pretty good CPU. You know, nice little upgrade from your 6700K. We've got an Asus ROG Strix Z690-E. We've got the Intel ARC A770. We've got a 1 terabyte Intel 660p NVMe SSD. We've got 8 terabytes. I mean, it still blows my mind. 8 terabytes, a Seagate Iron Wolf Pro. We've got a G-Skill, 32 gigs of G-Skill Triton Z5 RGB DDR5 at 5600 megahertz. We've got that Fractal Design Torrent RGB Black, which is why we are air cooling our 12900K, and that is inside of a using the Noctua NH-U12A Chromax Black, which we just got finished installing backwards. That was my fault. And then finally, we've got the EVGA Supernova 1000 G6. So we are going to, it's going to be pretty cool, literally, because look at the size of these fans that we're basically using in this, so we can make sure that we air cool it. Well, now we've got the motherboard in. We've got the entire motherboard put together. Your cooling is all set. Now what we need to do is we need to fasten it because, you know, we don't want the...
Of course.
We don't want it to just come out. That'd be kind of terrible. So, let's go. Yeah, we're back. Here we go. Let's open this. Here, I'll let you open it.
Sure.
Why not? Oh, man. I'm just telling you. I'm excited, and for people who want to know, we've been showing you a series from Intel ARC, and that series has been doing things like showing you like different benchmarks, etc. If you have questions, head over to arc.intel.com. That's where you can go and get all those videos. If you want to watch them again, it shows the benchmarks they did run, as well as they talk about things like XeSS. Which is Intel's their super sampling, and also there's where you could also find information in terms of what it looks like, etc. Right, so great place to go and hear about the new drivers and everything that's going on there. We're just building and celebrating here today. Okay, so
Intel.arc.com.
Yeah. Okay, so here we need this. These are the screws. And oh, look! It comes with look at that microfiber.
Microfiber. I need that for my glasses.
Yeah, just for your glasses in general. That's one of the joys of having glasses. Am I right?
I didn't have them until recently, and it is mind-numbing having these things clean. Especially when I'm streaming, I don't want that to be like an excuse if I mess up.
You're like, oh man,
that
wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't.
Right
that
here.
wasn't an enemy. That was just my finger. Okay, so nice little trick for this.
edges?
Yeah, just around the edges, and then there's one in the center.
Okay.
There's a total of 9.
Is there any that does it matter where I start?
No,
not so
nope.
much.
Just one thing I will say: start slow.
Yep.
Just to make sure, because if you push, you could cross thread. So that's just the one thing to be careful. And it's just kind of start slow, and then go until it stops.
So don't just loosey it. Just...
Yeah. You want to, but you don't want to over tighten. That's the thing that most people
you don't
try.
want to crack the board.
Yeah, people
That
have
would
done
be
it.
Detrimental.
That'd be bad. Okay, guys, I'd love to get chat now that you're seeing the motherboard in and stuff like that. What are you, based on what you're seeing, how would you rate this PC? Let's give it a rating out of 10. Just basically based on what you've seen so far. How are you rating this PC? What is the screwdriver? The screwdriver is Excalibur. It's got a special name, and we do have a link for it if you guys wanted to see it, some more information. So,
Okay, I'll have to come back to that.
somebody's saying an 11. You've got a windy 10. Cobalt is a sexy 10.
So kind.
7s. We got a lot of 7s. 7.8s, 8s, 9s. It's all over the place. Nobody really knows. 8.33. That one's very exact.
What's going on here?
They got it hashed. You got Intel. You got a rating of Intel. That's not even a number.
I think once you screw them down enough, they will still screw, but they're still in.
Oh, I wonder
wanna
if
try
we
it?
ended up having, it could be, these are supposed to be the mounting screws. You have 16 of them.
I mean,
We have 2 mounting screws, so it may actually be a different set.
It's on, but they're still moving when I'm turning
Okay,
them.
so let's try these, because sometimes I will say, like, most of the time when you use them, they're these, which is the ones with the lips. But every once in a while, somebody just decides, you know what, we're going to change it up and make it annoying. So let's try these.
I don't know how I'm going to get this sucker out. We got some tweezers?
Oh, no, we got something better. I'll show you. I'll show you how we're going to do it. We're going to do it with the magnet. Here it is right here. Oops. Did it come out?
I did unscrew it.
Let's go ahead and unscrew that one. We'll just try the other one. We'll just try if it works.
See, that one went in pretty well, but it didn't stop when I was screwing it in there.
Right. Yeah, keep unscrewing. It's not quite out. There we go.
Sneaky.
There we go. Okay, let's just try this other screw and see if that one works a little bit better.
Okay.
It could literally just be it's a different screw.
Oh, that one stops.
Oh, yeah, see?
For sure.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do the outside ones, and then how many have you done?
3.
Okay, so I'm not as worried about it. Do the outside
That's why
ones.
I
Right?
mentioned something as soon as I noticed it being funky.
They of course, they just want to be different. Thanks a lot, Fractal. Appreciate you for just wanting to be a little bit different. Yeah, I just had to use like my fingers.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, now here's the other ones.
Now the one, still we got this tricky one here that is
Yeah.
in there.
And then the way that we can do that is if it comes out.
Well, I screwed this one down.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so go ahead and unscrew that, and then we'll lift it from the bottom. Just have to do a little trick. Little tricky.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Can do a little bit more screwing on that one. Oop, not quite in.
Excalibur. Carry us, Excalibur.
There it
All right,
is.
try that. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, now let's grab. There it is. Ugh. Boom.
Bam.
Boom.
All right.
Now we got it. That was teamwork made the dream work.
It's definitely worse doing this alone. But I mean, you're an expert at it, so no big deal for you.
Even though I put the fans in backwards. But hey!
Hey, you know, that's what
hey.
chat's for, right?
Okay, there we go. You can go and do the rest of those
do it
now that
up.
we found the right screws. Looking good so far. Yeah, it's easy when you find the right screws. Then it's just like, oh yeah, look at how easy this is going in, and everything's just fine.
Okay, this one's a little tricky.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Here you go. Here. Magnet. Just grab it.
Yeah, I don't see it, though, is the problem.
Oops.
Okay, nice. Oh, that's a strong little
Yeah, it's
magnet.
a strong magnet. I've just wiped your hard drive. But it's not, outside of that, you're fine.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, because like back in the day, it's like, don't put magnets near anything. Oh my gosh,
They'd
that
be
one's
fall-
a tricky one. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do all the other ones first. Then I'm gonna come back to the tricky one.
There we go. I'll let you do all the other ones first.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to tricky. Oh, actually, you know what we could do? Just for that one, here, let's do this. Here, I'll give you this. This one's a better magnetic
Oh, yeah.
screwdriver. See?
Perfect. Sorry, Excalibur.
And then what I wonder if I'm going to just give this a little bit more magnet, which is something you can do here. Is it getting in there?
It actually looks like that
Oh,
one.
is if it, it might be filled.
Yeah, it's filled. That one's
Okay,
filled.
so that's probably
which
why
is-
it's not working.
Now that I've given a good look at it, I'll just go ahead and do the other tricky one that's not filled. There, perfect.
There we go. You get more magnetic power. More magnetic power. Bzzzt. There you go. Working a little bit
Perfect.
better.
And
There should be one in the middle in between. So there should be 3 here, 2 here, and then 3 at the top.
3 at the top. I see 1, 2.
And then there should be.
Yep, I see it. Cable
Okay,
side
got
in
it. Yep. And so that's why we have 1 screw left. Okay.
Perfect.
We've got them all.
Boom.
There we go.
Feeling
you got
good.
it. You're feeling good?
There's one left, yeah.
Oh, you
It's
have
just
one more?
hidden by the cable over here.
Oh, you haven't gotten it yet?
No, sir. Make sure it's not filled. Nope, it's not.
Should be that one right there, sir. I'm here to hand you what you need. We're in focus mode right now, guys. We're in focus mode.
I am.
So one thing you and I were talking about earlier is that you've actually had a ton of time at cons.
Yes.
So, I mean, and you, now it's one of those things that like you try not to go unless you really need to.
Yes.
But tell me about your first con. Like, what was that like when you first got to go?
Oh, man.
Excited?
I was so excited, mostly because I get to meet people from my channel, and they're excited to see me. And that's like the most surreal thing when you go somewhere and somebody like recognizes you and they're excited and they're like, oh, get a picture with me, you know, like. So it's very surreal, especially when you're doing something from home on your PC to be able to interact with your community. It was very overwhelming. I was by myself. The floor was, I mean, if you ever been to one of these things, the floors are huge. They have games developers set up. There's like booths you can buy like D&D stuff at, and like dice, and a little overwhelming, but I mean, it was one of the coolest things ever. But you know, after you do like 50 of them,
Yeah, it starts to get a little.
it's you just end up wanting to hang out with your friends in your community, and it's less like I'm going to go talk to the booths and the devs and get in there, and it's more like I'm going for the community.
Yep. So, and I know for a fact we're not going to see you at PAX West, but don't forget, guys, Intel will definitely be at PAX West. So if you're coming to PAX West, I'm going to be there on Friday. We got a panel that we're doing. I'm going to be basically building another PC. We've got all sorts of really cool stuff. But there is a panel there is a con you are going to go to, though.
Yes.
That you're very excited about. And so you've kind of taken, you've got those, and like for me, it's like one of the cons that will never work is BlizzCon. Because for me, BlizzCon is like, Blizzard is like my, outside of, like, I love them and I don't want to be a part, like, I don't want to ruin my kind of thing. And for you, you have a similar thing, right? Like with, or you're like, no, I'd work for Magic, no problem.
No, I've actually, Wizards has sponsored me a few times, luckily. I'm going, this one's a leisure trip, but I'm going to Magic's 30th anniversary in Vegas.
Which is awesome.
It's just one of those things like I don't want to miss, because it's not going to have another decade for 10 years. Like, so I pulled some strings and I was able to get a pass, and I'm going for leisure, but I'm actually meeting up with some people from my channel as well, and we're going to play Magic and have fun and just chill for the weekend. And
so, just quick question on the Magic side, like, so when you go to 30th, like, I understand. I've been to BlizzCon, I've been to Gamescom, but I've never been to Gen Con.
Yes.
So what is the Magic one like? Is there like panels and stuff, or is it pretty much just all of you guys play Magic? Sponsored by Axe Body Spray.
So it's a little bit different than, like, say, a Magic Fest.
Yeah.
At a Magic Fest, it's like just a big convention hall. You have things you can sign up for on the fly. There's vendors. It's going to be all like that. There are going to be panels. They're going to have actually the creator of Magic, Richard Garfield, out there.
Wow.
Mark Rosewater's going to be there. I'm doing a draft with Mark Rosewater because I got my pass as a special thing. But they do panels. They do tournaments, events. They're doing a modern tournament where if you get in the top 8, you get to participate in a beta draft.
Oh, wow.
Where they're opening beta packs.
Oh.
Where people could literally pull up the Black Lotus we were talking about live at the event, which is crazy because those packs go for thousands of dollars.
Right.
And so just really cool. It's just a celebration of all things Magic over the last 30 years, and I'm a really big nerd, so that's one of my hobbies. And
so I have heard that you have, and by the way, I was not just saying the Axe Body Spray, because you've been to every PAX.
Yes.
Like up until I think this is the
PAX
first.
South, PAX East, PAX West. Before PAX South was even a thing.
I will be more honest. PAX needs to get sponsored by Axe Body Spray more than any other. Like, let's just be super clear. That was not a stab at the Magic community. I have nothing. But like, if you go to PAX, I really wish there was like literally like a Axe Body Spray curtain they had to walk through.
That'd be great.
Oh, it would, wouldn't it? But then
like
you have
a mister,
yeah, I know.
or something.
Yeah,
oh,
but then it'd be BO plus Axe. So then I don't know. Actually, yeah, it's like
just like covering it up with another smell.
You'd have to be a lot of Axe, you know what I mean? So, but what has it been like watching PAX grow over the years? Because I mean, you went to the first one. Did you get to go to the first PAX?
Not the first PAX. I mean, I went to my first PAX was PAX West in Seattle 10 years ago.
Okay. Was it in Bellevue at that time, or was it in Seattle?
It was in Seattle.
Okay, so the first one was in Bellevue.
Okay.
And Fable was there, so that's what I remember that one. But yeah, so tell me, like, how has it been like watching PAX grow the way that it has? Isn't it crazy?
It's not just PAX, just like gaming in general, I would say, even streaming. Like, when I was in high school, being a nerd wasn't cool. It was like you wouldn't tell your friends, I'm going to go play World of Warcraft for the next 6 hours this weekend, go raiding. It like wasn't a cool thing. And now it's like everybody wants to be a streamer. Everybody wants to be, social media, TikTok, games. And so just watching gaming, I mean, it makes my heart happy because I love it.
Right.
So, it's an amazing thing. Like, that's probably the only thing about getting older that I don't mind is seeing things like progress like that and things that I love get to that point of popularity, which, has its own positives and negatives. But,
did you ever get the chance to go to Gamescom?
I have never been to Gamescom. That's the one in Europe.
Yeah.
I just got a passport in the past couple of years, which kind of was like the thing holding me back. I actually have a lot of European viewers. I would love to do that. It just hasn't been in the cards. But I hear it's amazing. Like, it's huge.
It's 350. I think I don't even know what the numbers are for this year yet. But I think at its peak, which was the last time I went, it was 355,000 people.
That's
and it's
crazy.
like, and you watch it like so when the first public day. So I've been to Gamescom. 8 times, and I remember every Friday when it becomes public day, watching the sea of people come. So yeah, if you get a chance, and also just it really is. It's almost an entirely English speaking like event anyway. But it is so crazy to see how much passion is there because that's when I felt like I really like. For me, it became wow, this is crazy mainstream because of just how big the Cologne. Basically, and plus, I mean, Cologne as a city is also a lot of fun too.
I think the closest I've ever gotten to that was I've been to E3 twice.
Yeah.
And they just have crazy booths.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo and stuff, they just go hard.
Yeah.
And they get really creative. But I know I've always wanted to go to Gamescom.
That would be one that I'd say if you given all
chance.
of the other ones that you've done, that would be a nice one to just like, hey, I do it, put it in your hat like as you've done it in your feather, and you say, yeah, I've done that, and then you kind of go from there. Okay, so let's get to a little bit more building.
You want me to help you with all these?
Yeah, we're just untwisty tying these. So we're just basically this is like the cool thing about this just particular case is there's just some fans, and they all go into like a single hub. But like then the cable management stuff is actually pretty straightforward. So, and the PSU is interesting as well because it belongs on the top.
Oh,
so it's a top-mounted PSU versus a side-mounted. I'm gonna come here and grab your cable ties from you. Keep our workspace clean.
yes, sir. I think
that's everything, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to route all your cables to where they belong, and then we'll flip it over, and then we'll hook it all up.
I like this case. It's got these. You can't see it from
we'll
your
show
view,
you on the other side. Yeah, you can actually see
sure.
one of them from right. Can you see that right there? So he's talking about these the Velcro ties.
Velcro ties.
Yeah, we've got Velcro ties, and they're all across the back. And it's a really nice thing about Fractals.
Yeah.
They've done a really good job in terms of being able to just route your cables.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So now is the time to route all your cables so we can actually get them done. So first and foremost, we got our USB 3 and USB-C. So this is going to go right here. And this is going to go right here. There we go. And then this is your RGB. I think there's going to be one up here, so I'm going to guess, just because I've done enough of these builds. But I've been on fire today, not so much, so I don't know if I'm going to be right. This is your front panel connectors, so that's like your power switch, all that sort of stuff. That's going to go down there. This is your HD audio, which is your front panel audio, so that's going to go right over here.
what I plug the headset into.
Yeah, so you plug the headset in. This is your other power switch. We're going to plug that right there.
My webcam yells at me when I don't put it in a 3.0 USB.
And then this is the fan hub header. So that is going to go right. Oops, USB-C. Get back in there. Trying to sneak out. You're going to get hooked up. You're going to be hooked up for the rest of your life. And then we're going to put him or her, or we don't know what, right there. Okay. So now, should be able to just lay it on its back, and then we'll have you hook up all these cables. Okay. And unfortunately, we got them all twisted in with these fan cables that are sitting down here, but we'll take care of those a little bit later. Okay. Okay, so starting with, let's start at the top corner. This is your RGB cable. So this is going to control all the RGB for your thing. It's going to go with this one right here. You see how there's 3 prongs? I can twist it a little bit more so you can see it a little bit better, but it's just, you're going to go straight on top of that. It takes it takes a little bit of work.
I got it.
They either go really fast or they don't. That's basically the short of it.
Bingo. There we go.
You got it? Okay, cool. Perfect. That's that one. Okay, next one is your USB-C. Okay. So this is for the USB-C in the front, and that's going to go right here in the silver one. But basically, you're going to plug it in. If it doesn't go in very easily, then just twist it around. Sure. And that's basically how it goes.
That's what I do on every USB I ever put in.
Oh, that one's good. It's perfect. It should just be in. It's a nice click. Okay, this one's a little tricky. So you just want to be really careful. Come straight down at a 90 because you can bend pins. So you just want to be really careful about coming straight down at it. And then you can see that there's a little lip. So it just goes right in there. Perfect. Okay, there's that. Okay, next up, we'll skip those and we'll get to this later. So this is your fan header. This is going to control all the fans. That one's going to go right here.
Okay.
And you see how there's like a little plastic piece? The lip goes around it. And I'll kind of keep that out of the way. Teamwork.
They try to make it idiot-proof as best they can with it not connecting a certain way.
Well, I'm like the map from Dora. I'm just telling you exactly where
I feel safe in your hands, sir.
I'm the map. I'm the map. Okay, and then lastly, over here, I just kind of got in the corner. You can fish it out here. Maybe you can fish that out. You see that cable that's in the very corner? It's like a big roar.
This one?
Yep. Okay, that's your HD audio cable. And then we're going to run this under here so it's not stuck. And that is going to go on that spot right there. And you can see how there's a missing pin?
Yes.
There's a missing pin on that too. So you just want to line that up so the missing pin. Perfect. Okay, so for the last one, these are this last set is like the worst. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a reference one in.
Okay.
And then from there we'll do all of the rest of them based on the reference one I push. We'll use this one as the reference one. Okay, so this is your reset switch. And your reset switch is going to go right there. Okay? So now you're going to take all these right here. And then so let's start with, I think there's power switch is the one that you see here. Yep. So power switch, which is, you want to make sure the power switch is facing up, and it's going to go right above reset switch. Okay. And then to the left of that is going to go power minus, and then to the left of that, next to it is power plus. And he's hooking up all of his top stuff right now.
All right, power minus
is
at the
next
top?
to top right next to power switch is power minus, and then power plus goes in the far right-hand corner. Far left-hand corner, my bad. This one's like this is like the little bit of pain, but it's like a rite of passage.
Very tiny. So
yeah, they're just
minus on top.
Minus on top, minus on the top right next to power switch. So what will happen is you just put them together and then just plug them in.
That's smart.
Yeah, plug them in together. So there it is. You get it?
My clunky fingers here.
Luckily, we have some. Luckily, I've done enough of this stuff. I've got very nimble. You know what I mean? But it's just like this is new for you. But luckily, you've got all that speed running, like for this the whole thing too.
I think I got it.
You think you got it? Cool. Let me take a look at it.
My nail. Push them down a little bit.
There you go. See, you're using it smart. Okay, I think we got it. We are not. We're close.
Oh man.
It's this one. So this is Power Plus, and that's just going to go right next to it, right here. I'll show you the difference.
Oh, not up against it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Doing the same thing, Nail. So it's just like that. You were super close.
Ah, I see. Yeah. I just
Well,
had
there he
one.
is. Boom. Okay, so now all of our cables are hooked up. So now, guys, we're at the point where Robey. Oh, actually, let's do one more. Let's do one more thing with you. Sure. Before we get that, let's do one more. Let's go ahead and put in your rear fan. So we have a one single, just for fun. We have a single Lee & Lee AL120 fan we're going to put in this because I just felt like it was the best mix to go through it. So we're going to have you put in this last fan.
Okay.
And then from this, then afterwards we're going to have you go play a little bit of some gaming, and then I'll just get some cable
Perfect.
management done.
Probably gonna. I think we settled on a little bit of Isaac.
Yeah, I think that's what we settled on. It was
yeah.
you had two choices: Fortnite or Isaac. Just kidding. No, that was not true. He did not give me. It was pretty funny. He was like, "Okay, I'll play whatever you want to play." I was like, "Fortnite it is," and he was like, "Never mind, I won't. I'm gonna."
I'll play it, just not well. It'll be an embarrassment. But no, for Isaac, I think I'm probably gonna do a Tainted Lost run, and the gimmick with that is if you get hit twice, you just lose.
Oh,
So-
what does that mean? Okay, so I actually have never played the game.
Okay.
So
I can explain it to you in layman's terms.
Yeah, please do.
So have you ever played like Legend of Zelda? Like
Yes, of
old
course.
school.
Yes, old school Zelda.
2D,
Yep.
top down.
Yep.
Like a dungeon. Let's say like a dungeon. You go into a dungeon, then you have the rooms, you get the keys, unlock, go to the boss. So Isaac is like that, but every floor is randomly generated with like a random boss, and there's like predetermined rooms like item room, shop, where you can pick up items to make your character more powerful, and then all of these items synergize together in certain ways to where you like form a build for your character to where you get powerful enough where you can work your way through. And the premise of it is you start off on the first floor, and you just try to go through all the way till you get to the last boss and beat it, and then game over, I win.
Okay.
But if you die, you start over from the first floor with nothing.
Okay.
So it's a roguelike.
Okay.
And every run's different. And with the Tainted Lost, you get an item called a Holy Card, which is a consumable that you can use, and it puts like a holy bubble around your character. So it'll absorb one hit if something damages you. And then after that, if you get hit again, you die.
Okay.
And you have like a higher % chance to find a holy card. When you find cards, like a 10% better chance.
Okay.
And it's a very challenging character. That chat usually loves when I random it because it means I'm going to suffer. So
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, they
Suffering equals fun,
They bring joy.
entertainment.
Yeah, they for them it's like they enjoy you suffering.
Yes. So I don't know how I'm going to do. Different setup, kind of like a different atmosphere, but it should be fun. I have like a YouTube series where I've done, I think we're up to 30 runs consecutively where I haven't died on this character,
wow.
which is actually insane. It's the odds of that happening are like impossible. So I'm just trying to cling on to it as long as I can. But I figure we'll just mess around
Yeah,
for a
just
little
have
bit on
some
it.
fun and just
Yeah.
like, and you know, there are people here who've probably never seen it or have seen you stream, so then this will be a nice like way to introduce you to them. And then, so if people want to, like, by the way, if people did want to tune in and watch you stream, or like, what is your schedule?
So I usually start on the weekdays around 6 p.m. and I go till about 11.
Okay.
And then my kiddo's, he's in school, so sometimes I'll jump on and do like an early stream. And during that, I've been playing like this game called Backpack Hero, which is really fun. I did a little bit of Final Fantasy VI just because I never played that growing up. And
Right.
I love old school RPGs.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger is like my favorite RPG ever. And they're like, you got to play Final Fantasy VI. So we hit a goal for that, so I made that happen. And then, I played D&D on Thursdays.
Oh, wow.
Which,
So do you
I
play?
actually get paid to play D&D.
Are they all there, or like do you play
no,
Dungeons?
it's online.
Okay.
But I've never actually played in person. I just started playing D&D about a year and a half ago and got into it because one of my friends was like, come on our show and it'll be fun. And then I got an offer from another group, and they're like, hey, we'll pay you to come play once a week for 4 or 5 hours. I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. So I played D&D on Thursdays. That's like at noon, and almost every single day. I think I take one random day off. Just keep your health, your mental health, and family time and stuff like that. But I'm on a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. 6 o'clock for the normal ones, and then sometimes they'll do early. But if you watch 6 Central, then you're for the most likely you'll probably end up catching them. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is lift up the case here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna install our fan. Yeah, nothing's gonna pop out, which is good. We've secured it all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this fan, and you can see there's actually some screw holes here for it in the very back.
Like here.
Yep, those right there. So I'm gonna have you just take that. And then I will, here, why don't you hold it, and I'll do one screw, and then I'll have you screw in the rest. It should line up right with, perfect, thank you. Excalibur makes this harder. It definitely does. Okay, cool. And I'll tighten it. Okay, there you go. And then now you should be able to do the rest. I can hold the other ones for you. Here you go, here's your 3 screws.
This is like using dynamite to fish the Excalibur.
It's just become such a staple. People using this like ridiculously long.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just like I like having little things like that. These little gags, and it's not. Some people it really offends them. They're like, why not just give me a regular screwdriver? Because it's not funny. It's like we need funny.
We need longer.
Yeah, we need longer. Yeah, we don't want not funny. Like we want entertaining. You know what I mean? So there you go. Okay, guys. So this is basically how the build is. I mean, again, no cable management. There is the status of the build as it sits right now, right there. Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh,
look at that. See, yeah, look at all those cables. So that's where we're going to kind of stop. Actually, we'll do one more thing because I think we can. Let's go ahead and do one more thing before we go to gaming. And that is, let's go ahead and put in your PSU. Because it goes on the top, so it's actually not going to be as much of an issue for me if we put it in now. So I'm going to get this, we're going to kind of set this aside here. And then you want to open that up. Now, they are asking for a dad joke. Well, they're not really doing a dad joke. It's actually a giveaway. But I told you my favorite one that I had just heard. And now, I apologize to the Robeytech crowd, but it was so good that I got to tell it again. So here it is. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhino? What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhino? Elephino. I heard Paul laughing on that one.
Oh, it hurts. So good.
Okay, so how do you get? Okay, so here's the other one that we've done a lot, but I like to do this because I've seen some Pokemon and Pikachu things on your for your icons there. Okay, so what do you call? How do you get Pikachu on a bus? How do you get Pikachu on a bus?
I feel like I should be able to guess it, but I don't know.
You Pokemon.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Cricket.
Okay, last one, because there's a dad joke one. The last one, I already told you this one too, but I also like this joke. Why do the people of Norway put barcodes on their ships? Why do the people of Norway put barcodes on their ships?
I know this one, but why?
Yeah. So when they come to port, they can Scandinavian. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh.
It's not a fake laugh. It's a pained, but also like I do the dad jokes as well. My chat
they're so good.
Me for it, so.
It's like the greatest moment. It's what, honestly, when you have kids, they just get better.
Yeah.
They do. And your kids, well, now my kids are 14 and 13, so then they're like, Dad, that is atrocious.
Oh God, Dad,
why do you? Where are your good jokes?
Where'd you even hear that from, Dad? Where'd you get that from?
Yeah. Get off the internet. You're too old for it.
You're right at that angsty age. You're about. Oof.
Yeah.
Don't envy you.
But the thing is my chat loves it so much. Like sometimes I'll read a joke I love so much, then I'll start calling people on my phone. I'll be like, Dad, you got to hear this joke that I just heard.
Oh no.
And then they're excited about it.
I opened some Magic cards the other day, and I got a really good one. And my family was outside in the backyard, and I was so excited. I ran off my stream down the stairs into the backyard and was like, "Look, everybody!" And they were like, Great.
Great.
Cool.
But
Like,
you're-
thank you
you're
for
you're
humoring me.
You're like, I wanted to share my joy. You're not allowing me to share my joy.
You're like, I don't know what that means, but I'm glad you're happy.
That's nice, honey. Can you take out the garbage? Can you?
Yeah.
You're gonna take that one out. We're gonna undo that one. We're gonna undo that one. Just looking at these, I'm just gonna have you undo them all. No, just kidding. Actually, we're not gonna do. We're gonna do that one.
Oh, Elden PC.
Yeah, all these. Oh yeah, all these cables that you got to do. Okay, we're gonna undo that one.
I cannot tell you how excited and grateful I am. Like, Intel rocks, man. Is that a thing?
No,
all
that is
my
a thing.
music is like dad rock. My chat tells me now. I'm like, okay,
What's
well, it used to
dad
just,
rock?
like AC/DC, Metallica, like all the good stuff.
I
is
don't know.
apparently
I don't know if
dad
it's
rock
like.
now.
Can it be like? It's funny because like ever since like Stranger Things, like
right.
now my kids have been like getting into Metallica. Go ahead
Yeah.
and do that one and that one. There you go. And so like I don't know if it's actually like if I could say that it's like all that.
Well, that's fairly recent. So
Yeah.
But I feel like kind of like Guitar Hero and stuff like that for a while kind of
Yeah.
was segueing people into kind of being exposed to it as well. So it's good to see some like
actually
pop
kinda-
culture stuff bringing back.
Yeah, like good
Some
quality
jams.
musics.
I mean, I think so, but
I'm just ready for like what brings back Milli Vanilli.
oh my gosh, MC Hammer.
I think one of my favorite memes that I've seen right now is like Milli Vanilli lip syncing in the '90s. Now looking at all the TikToks, of people lip syncing, going, "Man, we were just pioneers."
Yep,
That's all it
paving the
was.
way for the future.
Yeah, we're paving a way for the future for all the TikTokers.
There's a lot of chords going on
Yeah, there
here.
you go. You're gonna have to undo one of those.
It's almost like this is the power for everything.
Yep, it is. It's like it's all the stuff that we have to get ready for.
Oh, Satas.
Oh yeah, I did. Luckily, we don't have to do any Molex. Like no Molex. There's no Molex in here, and there's always somebody. I think it's PC guy. I don't know. Somebody's always like, "Hey, Robey, where's the Molex?" No. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start plugging them into this. There's all our cable connections. Okay, so this one is SATA, so we're going to go and plug that into perf. I'm going to start pulling all these. Let me get all these out of the way. So you can, okay, there we go. Okay, that is VGA. So go ahead and plug that into VGA 2. Let's go and do 2. Yeah, there we go. That is also VGA. So go ahead and plug that into VGA 3. That is CPU, so go ahead and plug that into CPU. 1.
This way.
It's tricking you.
Is it this way? Yeah.
It should be the one that's not split.
Oh, wait a second.
That is not it. You want to plug in the other ones. Other side.
Other side.
This side.
Oh, okay, that makes. I'm like, this doesn't look like it's gonna fit.
Yeah,
but
no,
I might be
but
wrong.
Okay, but this one does split, and that split does go on this side. Okay. That's going to go where it says MB. It's 1,000 watts because he needs 1,000 watts. It's just literally he's got 30 USB lights that he's gonna.
Look, if something goes wrong, lightning strikes my house,
Yeah.
maybe I'll become the Flash.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is like the more the wattage, the better the chance of being a superhero.
Exactly.
That's what we say. That's what we say.
It's always a good strategy. Plan ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you never know. Yeah. If somebody's like, thank you very much, no rest for the wicked, Molex Ooh is absolutely right. Okay, if you want to go ahead and grab your case again, it's going to be a little heftier now. A little bit, not too bad. When we add this thing
Not too bad.
in, it'll definitely get hefty.
Ugh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, how are we, like, is this just gonna be like mailed? Like,
No, you're flying home with it.
oh yeah, just you got me an extra seat, you know, buckle
No,
it
it's
up
just
and...
I don't know if you know this, but for Robeytech PCs, they allow you to put them on your lap.
Oh, like a baby. That makes sense. It's like a precious little baby
It's like a
in your
precious
lap.
baby in your lap, right? Your
Oh,
PC.
That lady that slept on me would be very upset if her sleeping area was taken by a baby computer.
By this
that's
PC.
a baby computer.
You know, like,
This is like a monster computer.
okay, here we go. Now I'm going to have you, there's your 4 screws, and you should see the screw holes lined up for you already.
We have need of you once more.
Please, Excalibur, help us get this in. So how have you been enjoying playing D&D, though? Do you do role-playing?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
It's so fun.
Like, games for me have always been like an escape, just to like take your mind off the real world. And it's like I get to do things that are out of character for my moral ethics as a person.
Yeah.
And I get to like explore a different like persona of a character I've created and like live in their shoes, which I think it's so cool.
So you do go outside of like, because like it's funny because even when I play, I'm always playing noble, like a noble. I'm always like
I have a noble.
Yeah, I'm like more in terms of I'm always lawful good.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do chaotic good, but like that's kind of weird. Like I don't like going outside of good. Like even in the game of Fable, when I was the integration guy, they're like, Robey, you've done like 37 good passes. Now you need to do an evil one. I was like, it's just against my nature.
I can't do the evil paths usually either.
Because it's just like I feel so wrong.
Yeah.
So have you made an evil character or somebody who's just like?
I have like one of my characters is like redemption arc,
right?
Where he starts off kind of like arrogant, noble,
but that's
he's been cast out from his family, and he learns the value of like, consorting with the common people and actually culture, and I don't know, it's like a redemption arc. So I enjoy it, but no, I get to. What I really enjoy is there's a paladin in our group, and he's always like torn between like the gray decisions, and I'm always like, do we kill him or not, bud? Like, I'll kill him, but you need to make a decision because you're like teetering the line between good and evil here. I just need to know, are we taking the whole town out or not? I'm behind you.
That's awesome.
I like pressure him into like, I'm like the little bird on the shoulder, like, do it. Like the emperor. Do it.
I remember I hadn't played D&D in such a long time, so I got invited similar to what you did and got to do it on Arcanus D&D stream, and I played a bard. And I was singing, and I was like having the best old time, and so it was a lot of fun. It was something I really wish that we could add into the rotation, but
I love
you know how much time we sometimes don't have. So
I mean, we do like a 4 to 5 hour session on Thursdays, and it's gone.
Yeah, it does go really fast.
Wow, crazy.
Okay, so now, guys. Okay, we're jumping to second break. Right now, the PC looks like a train wreck. It does. This is just cables sticking out everywhere.
It looks better than it did.
It almost looks like a Hydra. Like it's like, I'm gonna eat you.
We don't want it growing more heads.
Yeah, we don't want it growing more heads. Yeah, that'd be terrible. Plus, when you're on a plane, Hydras on planes, not a good thing. But yeah, we're gonna take another short break. We are gonna go. PSU on top is not weird. It's just different. We don't judge. We're going to take a quick break. He's going to transition to some gaming. I'm just going to do some cable management. So he's got about half an hour, maybe an hour of gaming. Then we'll come back. We'll put in the ARC GPU. We'll turn this puppy on. So see you in just about 8 minutes.
Hey everybody, Ryan from Intel here, once again with my friend Tom Peterson. And we're here to answer some more questions from the community, fill in some gaps in information that maybe we haven't talked about yet, or that we left open unexpectedly.
Or said stuff that was a mistake.
No, we would never do such a thing. So let's get into the first question here. So we've had discussions about resizable bar.
Yes.
All right, so I think there's two parts to this. One, maybe describe what resizable bar is.
Yeah.
And then the second question that I think most people want to know is, we've been very open about
turn it on.
Intel Arc architecture is more sensitive to resizable bar.
Turn it on.
And it needs to be on, essentially, for a reasonable experience with the product.
Yes.
So let's, first, what is resizable bar?
Okay, resizable bar is a pretty weirdly named PCI Express feature. And what it does is it allows transactions that originate on the CPU, like reads and writes, that are targeting GPU memory, to be bigger. So basically, if resizable bar is off and you're trying to read or write a large memory region, you're going to do a lot of little transactions. Normally, that's no big deal. Maybe some people like a lot of little transactions. Our memory controller on our GPU happens to like fewer, bigger transactions. And it has to do with the way the memory controller is designed and optimized for different memory technologies. But suffice it to say, if you bang on our memory controller with a lot of little transaction, it gets a little, you know what I mean. So turn rebar on. So let's think a little about when that would happen.
Okay.
So in games, you don't normally read GPU memory. You normally write GPU memory. And that happens when you're like loading a texture, it's copied from the CPU's memory to the GPU's memory, and the GPU executes out of local memory all the time. The GPU often does not like read the CPU memory. The GPU is often working on the local GPU memory. Similar, like a shader is getting moved over to the GPU, or geometry is being moved over to the GPU, and it's almost always a write of a big chunk of data over to the GPU. And that happens on things like scene changes, or when you load a new level, or there's a new effect happening. So that's why when you look at these bar charts, when you look at these frame time charts, you'll see rebar off will generally result in spikes that were already there getting bigger. Right?
Okay.
So it's not like the average is affected as much, but some of these spikes get big. And it's because it's those momentary transactions where you're moving data across the PCI Express interface.
So adversely affecting game experience as opposed to maybe average frame rate.
You're going to see an average impact. And you see this, by the way, not just on Intel's GPUs, you see it on NVIDIA and AMD as well. It's just that we're more affected by it because our memory controller is more sensitive to small transactions. But all of these scene transitions occur on all GPUs, and it's really just a question of optimization.
Got it. So a couple of other things I would say in terms of resizable bar and compatibility.
Yeah.
Right. There we have had questions about, does Intel ARC support AMD CPU platforms, as an example, right? And the answer is absolutely it does.
Absolutely.
Absolutely it does, right? When the A380 first launched, starting with the China market, we were trying to be a little more careful about what platforms it got paired with, and maybe some miswording in the Q&A about it, right? Again, going back to fixing some confusion that occurred. Anything that supports resizable bar, or I forget, AMD calls it like smart memory access or something.
Anything that supports resizable bar, ARC is going to work great on. And of course, we're trying to make sure those experiences are fantastic. We've got a huge compatibility lab. We've got hundreds and hundreds of engineers all around the world testing everything. So I feel pretty comfortable in saying that our compatibility at the system level is going to be very high. What I really want to make sure our gamers understand is if you buy an ARC, turn on rebar.
Turn on rebar. That seems like good advice.
Turn on rebar.
All right, thanks, Tom. Thanks, everybody.
You're welcome.
See you next time.
See you guys.
What is up, guys? As you can see, now is the time for me to, fix what we have basically got all the components in, but now I just got to make it look pretty. So this just takes a little bit of time. And honestly, it's just a little something in terms of while I'm doing this, we're going to basically have our fine friend over there starting to get into some gameplay. So again, as you can see here, we are doing Intel ARC, and a huge, again, shout out to Newegg as well for providing all the parts for the system we're doing this with. Basically, Cobalt is getting set up right now on the PC. But let's just really quick go through all of the components that we are using in today's build. So in today's build, we are going to be using a Core i9-12900K. It's going to be cooled by a Noctua NH-U12A. So we are actually air cooling this 12900K. The reason we can do that is because we're using that beautiful Fractal design Torrent RGB with those two 180 millimeter fans plus the 340 in the bottoms that really just feeds that Noctua with a ton of air, keeping that Intel nice and cool, and at the same time not having any of the maintenance of an AIO. So something unique there for the ARC, and it'll also feed that ARC GPU with plenty of air as well. Lastly, for an NVMe SSD, we've got that 1TB Intel 660p NVMe SSD. We've got an 8TB Seagate Iron Wolf Pro hard drive. We got 32 gigs of DDR5 5600 MHz G.Skill Trident Z5 RAM. And then lastly, we've got a 1000-watt PSU, as well as that Intel ARC A770, which is the highest end Intel ARC. Now, if you want more information on Intel ARC, we've been showing you a series of videos, all available over at, is it intel.arc.com or arc.intel.com? We'll get you guys the address for that. But if you want to head over to there, check all that stuff out. All of the things in terms of updated information, availability, pricing, that will all be announced over there as well. In terms of where we are in the build, we've got all the components in but the GPU. Really what I'm going to kind of work on now is getting cable management done and all that sort of stuff. And then lastly, we'll have Cobalt come back. We'll open up the Intel ARC, get the whole thing inside of the CPU, inside of the PC, and then we, of course, turn the thing on and make it go awesome. So yeah, it is an actual first. This is the first fully live streamed Intel ARC build. And I think the first fully live streamed all Intel build outside of if somebody just did like an Intel non-GPU build, but in terms of both discrete GPU and CPU being done both by Intel at the same time. So it should be super awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it should be a really, really good build. But now what I'm going to start working on is running all of our cables for our fans. We have a ton of fans back here, and we just got to get all of those kind of under control here. So, but I heard rumors, Cobalt, are you ready? It sounds like we're ready for some gaming too.
I'm ready, sir.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful setup you've got back there. You got that all designed really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Looks really nice.
Easy peasy.
Who is your designer?
Intel.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's
turns out
Intel does a pretty good job. So what are we doing? So give people the update. What's the plan for today's stream?
So we are going to play probably the most difficult character in the Binding of Isaac. It's not something you're going to unlock until you're probably hundreds of hours in the game. And basically, if you get tagged twice, you're done. Very high probability that I'll tank. I'm just going to keep trying. I'm going to try to stay alive as long as I can, basically.
Now, you said that you've done this, like, you've got, what, 30 times that you've gone without having that issue, though? Is that what it is, like a streak?
Yes. I've done a YouTube series where I boot up a run and start from scratch and try to play through, and I'm up to 30. Difference is, I don't have a chat to read. I'm on my home setup. I got early in the day, no pressure, just... So we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to do my best.
It's basically like you're giving yourself the optimal situation to be successful.
Exactly.
When you're doing that run. I got it.
Got to be in the right mind state of zen.
What's your pre setup for that? Is it like, do you drink like a Yoo-hoo, or what's getting ready for that look like, or like?
I do a little hand stretching. Usually I'll down a Red Bull is usually my or you know, some caffeine, get some caffeine in me.
Something a little bit more powerful than a Yoo-hoo.
Mm-hmm. And I love Yoo-hoos, though. Those are good stuff.
Those are actually good, right?
Yeah, and I don't know, and then a little prayer beforehand that it goes well, and off we go.
And then off
hit
you
the
go,
record
huh?
button.
And and what you're saying is like, but right now, what you've kind of got going there is a bit of an insane streak, right?
It's
unreal.
Yeah, it's actually. I should have died a long time ago. So, you know, I'm just holding on and being grateful that I haven't so far, and I'm sure it's an inevitability, but it's fun.
But it hasn't happened yet.
Nope. I like to challenge myself. When you have this many hours in this game and you've been playing it for this many years, you have to kind of make up personal goals and challenges to keep it entertaining. So that is what I've done.
It'd be pretty interesting if you could go back to your past self the first time you played this game and told yourself, hey, I just want you to know you're going to play this game for the rest of your life. And you're going to have a crazed community who loves to watch you play this game and tell you how to be better at it, even though you've probably played it longer than they all have.
Oh, man. I have literally a don't backseat emote, and it's rainbows. So it's like you're telling somebody not to do something, but happily, you know, like it's a good feel. I don't know. It's usually chat's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd say most of the time, like they get it pretty quick, and then usually people sometimes they just need a lesson to learn. Okay, so we're already making a big difference here. You can see that we've now gotten all of basically our fan cables all to kind of one part, and this is going to make just a huge difference in how this build looks when I start to just kind of shove all of these cables to the back, because it's just going to add just a very clean, much needed nature to this build, because we're going to start pulling stuff that has been like troubling the front out of the way here. So that is what I'm working on here. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show. It's been a real treat to have a bunch of new people to come and check it out. The show happens pretty regularly, at least a couple times a month. Sometimes it happens a lot. We've had a couple bouts of almost weekly episodes in some regards. So super appreciate you guys all tuning in today. And again, you can always head over to Intel's Discord server or just tweet at intel.gaming. If there's something you'd like to see a little bit different, a little bit better, or something that you wish that we covered or whatever it was, we'd love to hear your feedback and continue to improve on the show. And then even if you have like maybe a guest you'd love to see besides yourself, because everybody says, oh, just bring me on. But if you have a guest or another person you'd love to see on the show, just let us know just by tweeting at Intel Gaming or reaching out to us on the Intel Gaming Instagram as well. Okay, it looks like a game's getting ready to get started.
Oh,
I see you psyching yourself up.
Yeah, I must have. It's gone off my cloud, which isn't my save at home. So it looks like I had an item that gets you a random item at start. So I have a binky, which gives us a little bit of faster tier rate, which is my attack.
A binky?
Yep. Oof.
And how long is a run?
They're anywhere from, I would say, 25 minutes to an hour, depending on how much you want to min-max and how strong you can get the build. But it's good because it's skill-based, but it's also, there's like that element of RNG and randomness as well, which gives it the replayability.
Right. It's a crazy game.
It is. So the premise of it is your mom is going crazy, and she comes at you with a butcher knife while you're in your room, and you're looking at her through the keyhole, and you're frantically trying to find a way to escape, and you lift up the rug, and there's a secret passage to the basement. So the premise is you're trying to like escape your mom who has gone crazy. It's a really dark game, but it leaves a lot. It's open to interpretation, basically. Like there's no story. It's just
got it.
Self-interpretation, so you can interpret it a lot of ways.
And just as an FYI, guys, it is arc.intel.com if you're looking for more information on the Intel Arc. I did tell you I would get you that information, and thank you very much for the team here, the production team here, who came in clutch and gave me the follow-up there. So, okay, the front of your system already looks significantly better because I've gotten all the fan cables all to the back. So it's already looking way better in here. I can hear you breathing like it's. Are you
Sorry.
nervous?
No, I got a terrible item. It randomly increases 4 of your stats, but decreases 2.
Oh.
But I feel like it always decreases the ones that I like. So I'm gonna skip it.
I can hear you. I can hear you like thinking. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's like I got a vibe of like, oh no.
It's a very stressful character. You're literally on the edge of your seat the entire time. One loss of focus or little mistake, and it's done.
And you have this like really annoying dude talking to you the entire time
Oh,
too.
it's great.
Which does not help.
It's like, oh, there I got hit. Oh gosh. So one more and I'm down unless I find another holy card. Tough.
We just started, dude. You already got hit.
Oh, I know, right? What is this scrub doing?
You're already better than me. I can't talk. I can't judge.
We might get lucky here. Might find another thing. Who knows?
How often do you usually see them?
So they have on this character specifically, you have a 10% better chance to find a holy card when a card drops. But cards don't drop that often. Usually you have to check the shop, and sometimes there's like a card for sale.
It's like $20.
It's usually about 5 cents. Everything is coins. You can have a maximum of 99 coins, and so you can get like $1. Because it's all about like you're basically like a little kid, you know, and so
You're not rich.
no, your money to you is coins. Like I'm saving my pennies up.
Yeah.
Ooh, technology. My tears are now lasers.
Ooh, nice.
It's very fitting for the environment I'm in right now.
Yep, that's right. Intel hacked the game.
Put the technology in there.
Hack the planet.
Oh no, not lust. So you have like the 7 deadly sins in the
Yep.
game, and yeah, there goes lust.
What do you think the worst sin is? 7 deadly
man.
sins.
Probably let's see, lust, greed, pride. I mean, greed's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Greed's a hassle.
I think the worst one is basically I forgot.
Let's see, you got pride, sloth, gluttony, lust. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
They're there.
They're there. They're there. Those all seem pretty bad. I was gonna say backseat driving was probably the worst, like
Yeah,
the most
that's
deadliest of sins.
It's a bad sin. That's probably pride.
Yeah, pride. Yeah, I think pride.
Falls
You know
into
who
that
you are.
category. Okay, boss time.
Okay, I'm letting you focus.
Baby plum.
Okay, here we go.
Deadly. Very cute, very deadly.
Oh man, the thing looks like it wants to hug you.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's going to do little ballerina moves on me in a minute.
You
here.
can walk over the space.
So this character starts with flying, which most characters don't, because it is so... Like, you die in 2 hits. Normally, you'd have, like, a heart system, kind of like Zelda.
Right.
Where you can get, like, health ups and kind of build your health pool throughout the game, but this character is absent of that.
And no, it doesn't look like a holy card there.
No, that is the reverse devil, so...
Wow, the reverse devil.
Yeah, with the new expansion, they added reverse cards of all of the regular tarot cards. This is our first devil deal. And usually it costs hearts. This character gets to pick 1 for free instead of actually spending health. So we're going to take the one that gives us damage and a chance to fear enemies. Then I'm going to blow these skulls up because you can get cards from them if you're lucky. We're not, so...
And while you're doing that, I'm going to slowly hook up all of your fans down here to the bottom. And
I'm
some sort of
mentally
very
picturing it.
powerful card just started up. World's most powerful card just started up in the...
Oh, I hear it, yeah, through
It's
the
like,
walls
what-
and everything.
I don't know, I was like, what is going on?
They're about to drag race
I
outside.
know. I kind of feel like we're about to start pole position. We're supposed to be playing... Yeah.
So we're in the flooded caves now, which is one of the deadliest floors. Just because the enemies on it are very hard to predict where their movements are going to be.
I'm hearing a consistent theme, and the theme is deadly.
Oh no, this is literally worst case scenario, because normally not on YouTube, like on my stream, I do random character streaks.
Right.
There's 34 characters, so I just randomize it and try to go as long as I can. And whenever I random the Tainted Lost, that's like, oh, we're probably going to lose our streak. Like we might.
Right. And that's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
That's what you have right now.
That's
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you could do it.
We could. I mean,
we have a talented game player. We have a semi-professional PC builder who puts fans on backwards.
Hey, I'm impressed. I could have done that alone for sure. Well, not that fast. It would have probably taken me 2 days.
Okay, we're getting your cable management done right now.
Actually, really lucky I found the tech, because normally this character has low range, but with tech, your shot goes all the way across the room and it pierces enemies.
Oh, that's right, because you have right now you have the laser eyes.
Yes, exactly.
You've got laser eyes. So you're 7 minutes in. Mm-hmm. You feeling pretty good?
No, I lost my my holy card, like second floor, which is not ideal. You want to hold on to that as long as you can until ideally you find a second one to kind of hold on to for an emergency. So
losing it this early was kind of problematic.
Oh yeah. We're literally clinging to life. Every room we enter could be a death sentence,
or could be a blessing.
Yeah. If they bless me with a holy card,
then it'd be good.
Okay.
Should we do a little prayer to the gods of Isaac? Give us a holy card.
Dear Edmund, please carry me through this run, sir, with your holy cards. It's the game creator.
Oh, is that who it is? Okay, thanks for. I was like, who's that?
Who's Edmund?
And why does he know what's going on? I wonder if he's got cheat codes. Probably.
I mean, you can pull up the console if you're. That's the great thing about the game. You can kind of play however you want, whatever's fun for you. You know, I'm not going to knock you for playing it. So if you want to hold R, which is basically reset your run until the first item you find is something that's good. You know, you do you. However, you can have fun with the game.
Right.
Now, me, I like a challenge, so I played it for so long. I like to punish myself as much I can and just put on a good show.
AKA, I'm not a wussy, so
I mean, if you're like not a baby, then I guess you know.
If you're not into playing games like a terrible person, then you can do it my way. But I'm not gonna knock you at all.
Oh gosh, this is a champion version of this boss.
You're getting like all the best stuff.
Yeah. It could be. Oh, it could be worse. He likes to jump.
He likes to jump, like you do.
Oof, and then when he jumps, he releases this shockwave, which is randomly bad. I mean, it could just go in your direction, or it could just whiff you completely.
We'd prefer the latter, whiff you completely.
My adrenaline is. I'm dead.
No.
Oh, one of the random earthquakes pathed right into me. That's okay. I'll get another run started here.
Let's do it. We got time. I'm still cleaning up your cable management here.
Oh, that's a good one.
Do you need me to have Paul come over and rub your shoulders or something?
No, I just found one of the best items.
He's been telling me he wants to rub your shoulders anyway.
I mean, $5.
$5?
I'm not above selling out, okay? I have a child now,
I have a family to feed.
Exactly. We got bills to pay. Sorry, I'm making all these grunts and.
What's that movie, Indecent Proposal?
I haven't seen that one. I don't think.
Well, you're not missing much.
Okay. Yeah,
it's Paul's favorite movie, though. Just kidding.
Wow, the shade.
No, Paul's awesome. I actually one of the things I really like about this production crew is that they let us include them in our jokes, and because we're live on camera, they can't retaliate.
Yeah, it's the
you see what I'm saying? It's like
benefits.
They're captive.
My sword.
Except for I hear them plotting now, so maybe not.
They're scheming.
They're scheming.
I've got some mods installed on this game. That's the great thing about this game. It has a workshop, and there's so many like creative people in the community that they're just putting out content all the time. So you can have all these cool like aesthetic mods that just make the game look a little better or a little bit different, or puts like a skin on a boss, or you have mods that completely add more enemies, more items.
Is the game free to play or no? Is it?
No, it's I think it's like $25 for
so it's not
all the
expensive.
DLC. No, it's an indie game, and that's the great thing about indie games. You get lots of replay value and at a decent price. So,
And at the same time, make sure that you use code.
I wish, dude. I bet I've sold so many copies of this game over the years.
Use code Cobalt at checkout for
on Steam
to add $30.
To add 30. Yeah. Yeah, so I got Polyphemus here, which makes me look like a Cyclops.
Gazoon type. Oh,
Yeah, thank you. And he shoots, instead of like rapid succession, like smaller damage tiers, he shoots one big tier, and then leftover damage will like trample over to other enemies. So it's like pseudo piercing.
oh wow, okay.
And it combos really well with a lot of other items because it has like a huge damage multiplier.
That actually sounds like a nice, like perfect kind of weapon for a run like this.
Oh yeah, I was pogging out of my mind.
Your breathing like
I'm sorry.
loudness is no, it's gotten much lower in this one. Like you seem a little bit more.
I got my shine back. I got my holy card back on me, so it's not. I always start panicking when I'm like one hit away a little bit from dying. The pressure's on, but when I have a little bit of shine from my holy card around my character, all is right with the world.
Right.
Let's see.
Okay. No.
How's it going over there?
It's going. I'm literally working on your getting all your fans hooked up. So most of this is all like it's all about fans at this point in time.
You hear that, Chad? He's sending you all sorts of swag. We've got stickers that we've been keeping to the side for you.
Yep, just for you. And the lucky thing is that we borrowed them from Cobalt, so he's got them all for you. And he's just able to send those, so I just really appreciate him bringing them.
No problem.
He forgot them in his hotel room, so we don't know what they look like, but he said he's going to show them off on the anniversary stream that he's going to be doing, and they're all part of celebrating his anniversary stream. And one lucky winner from Cobalt Stream will be winning a Black Lotus.
Oh, you shut your mouth. Let me get one first before we start giving them away, friend. It's like, yeah, and it's going to be donated by Robey, and no problem.
Yeah.
In a safety lot deposit box.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, yeah, that's what's happening. And Dua Lipa's going to sing at his party, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, man. Okay, so this item, the Blood Puppy.
That sounds gross.
It is. It's like a blood clot enemy, but... So I made a deal with my chat during the original release of this. I said, if we hit X amount of subs, I will pick this item up forever when I see it. I will never not take it.
Oh,
and it was the worst deal I've ever made.
Okay.
Because what this item does, it's a cute little follower, and it helps eat enemies, but once it eats a certain amount, it evolves like a Pokemon, and it can hurt you.
Oh, that seems pretty useful.
And you have to basically like attack it down to like calm it down to its original cute form. That's not like full aggro on you.
That sounds fine.
Not ideal for this character.
No, that sounds terrible actually.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm a man of my word, and we found a blood puppy. We're taking it.
So I'm really excited to see these stickers you made for everybody.
Originally, I was referencing the ones that we were pulling out of all of the different parts and setting to the side, but you went on a whole tangent. I'm like, let's roll with it, you know? I got, my special Cobalt stickers in my hotel room, you know? I was up late at night printing them.
With his cricket? He's in there with his like little cricket.
My cricket, yeah. I know what that is. I wouldn't, but my fiance loves those things, so... She's like, it can do so many things.
You're like, great, because I have to design 1,000 stickers because of Robey.
Oh, man.
Can it do stickers? Because I've been signed up for doing stickers.
Yeah. We could do some stickers.
Your wife's like, I mean, your fiance's like, what? Finally, I'm useful.
Oh, she's the best. I wouldn't even be here without her.
Oh, dude,
her support.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
She's awesome.
I can call my wife and tell her dad jokes whenever.
That's great.
That's a special woman right there.
She'll just humor you and there it is. See, look, it's angry now and it's gonna try to bite me.
Oh, that's your blood puppy.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta kind of just
calm down, blood puppy.
Relax, buddy.
It's okay.
There's actually another. If you leave him like that, there's another form he takes, but
we don't want to see that.
No, he crushes through rocks and everything, and it's bad news.
What is your blood puppy's name?
Wilfred.
Oh,
I just made that up right now. So,
I like it though.
It's
so
classy.
where do you sit on the whole like name of pets? Are you like more of a human, or do you like to give them like formal human names, or or are you like a
my cat's
Spot or
my cat's name is Trigger, but he just thinks it's Kitty because that's what we call him.
Yeah.
And then my dog's name is Malone, but that's because he was a shelter rescue. So he was already named, so we didn't really get to pick that. But I'm more of like, let's name our animals like Shadow or Spike or something
a little
not
cooler?
human. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lisa swears that's my fiance.
Do you ever tie your dog to a post and say like, look, it's Post Malone?
I knew you were gonna go there. I knew it. No, but I could be.
That's a TikTok star. That's a TikTok star right there.
I could be persuaded
for $50. I'm not above selling out.
Exactly. No, it's really funny because he's a half pit bull, half hound, and they found him wandering down by the Mississippi River, just wandering by the river, and just the sweetest dog ever. But
was he next to a van?
No. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because that would be pretty awesome for the story. He was in a van down by the river.
His name is Scooby-Doo. That's called the Mystery Machine, and they were solving crimes, and he just got lost by the river, so. Holy card.
You got one.
I got one.
So now you have two.
Insurance. That's the best.
By the way, this segment was brought to you by Geico, not an ad.
Oh, man, that little.
But we're just not above selling out.
They've had that mascot forever.
I think all in all, like there feels like there should be like a good crossover between Binding Isaac and like Geico. You know what I mean? Like, don't be like go get your holy card.
Oh, you know what? I'll have my my manager reach out to him, and we'll see what we can get going.
See what you can get going. You can be like, it was all my idea.
Yep, stranger things have happened.
Dude, the thing is that I wish you could find like a company who just had no idea what a Black Lotus was. You could be like, hey, so yeah, I only get paid in Black Lotuses.
That would be sick.
And like all of a sudden you get a contract, you're like, suckers.
Yeah, next time Wizards hits me up, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I only get paid in Black Lotuses, sorry,
And it's a minimum of at least one for an hour.
I bet they just have like a closet full of the things at their HQ.
It's like, I don't know, did you watch the Loki episode of like the show Loki where everybody had Infinity Stones in so it's like that. They're just like they're like using them for cup holders.
Yeah, paperweights and stuff.
It's like, oh, you know what I mean?
That was such a good show.
It was a good show.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah. It enjoyed you.
That was one of my favorite Marvel like spin-offs.
It was a really good, and honestly, Owen Wilson was so good in that show, and I just like him.
Oh, so this item is a spacebar item, which means it charges up, and then we can use it every few rooms, and it creates cards. So, oh baby, this is a great run.
Hey, there you go.
Immaculate Heart.
After the last one, they were like, you know what, we're gonna give him a little pay. We let him. We went a little hard on him.
It was a rough one. It was rough. I think just get shake off the nerves being somewhere unfamiliar.
They were like, look, let's just get the death out of the way, and then afterwards we'll let it start calming down again.
Yeah, so I got 20% more damage from that item, and if my shots miss, they begin to circle around me, and yeah, they're piercing. So cool stuff.
There's like actually a lot of like added bonus in that what you have now.
There's the game's all about what makes it so cool is there's so many synergies between items. Not all of them are good either. So you
Right.
kind of have to have like the knowledge base for what's going on, and it just takes practice and time. And I tell everybody like, you'll get there eventually. Like, I'm so bad, I keep dying. Cobalt, I'm like, practice. I wasn't good when I first started playing.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like, it's so funny because it's like, if anybody who's playing, like we've talked about playing, you and I play, like you play TFT, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
TFT is definitely a game that you're not going to get better unless you just play a ton of TFT.
Yep.
Because it's all about learning. You have to learn
Like just all the
everything.
the information, and it's almost too much to kind of try to like go read a guide on.
Oh, it just doesn't work.
You just have I'm like a learner by experiencing.
Yeah.
That's how I learn. It's just by jumping in.
But you don't play a lot of competitive games, right? Like you're not I mean, I know you're competitive from a speedrun standpoint.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's like it's hard for me because like I've really started getting into Hearthstone again, and I know you think it's an easy game, and I get it. But
It's not easy. It's more simple.
yeah. It's still
The mechanics of
but
it.
like I have a heart. Like I'll get done and I'll do a win, or like and then I'll get off a streak, and then every time I'm almost like it takes a lot for me to hit play again. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, God, I gotta play somebody else, and what if this game doesn't go as well, or whatever it was. Like I have to get over I don't know. It's just like there's just like almost like a mental block when playing those kind of games, and so. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I don't know. Do you have the same thing, or like you're like, no, I'm just pretty much Superman?
Well, no. Back when I used to play League, I would do ranked because I felt like, why even play if you're not gonna, be competitive or whatever.
Right.
And it got to the point where if I lost 2 times in a row, I was just done. It just took the wind out of my sails.
Right.
So, I don't know. Just games are for fun, and like if you're not a pro player in a tournament, you shouldn't be getting too bent out of shape about it. I think that's something I learned over time, just as I got a little wiser. Oh boy.
Are you wiser now?
A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit better.
But I don't know. So I actually made Isaac competitive because I used to run tournaments, races, where people would start up a run at the same time, and then they try to get to the end first, and you'd have your screens side by side. And I did for years. We did like tournaments and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. But it's also like a lot of work. So haven't been able to do one recently, but it's been something in the back of my mind that maybe I want to whip out eventually. But back in the day, I actually won a few tournaments myself that were put on by other people, as far as racing goes. But it's not your traditional like speed running where you're just racing against the clock. Because it's like a whole different thing. Because you're kind of like playing off your opponent's screen, where they're at in their run, how strong are they, how much life do they have, and making decisions based off that. Like, do I want to put the pedal to the metal and try to catch up, or run to the end? Do I think I can survive, kind of thing.
Right.
So I feel like you can almost make anything competitive if you want to enough. It's just like how serious are you going to take it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like it got to the point where I was like, I always thought like, I mean, it's just I think I just needed to kind of get over it, right? Like, and I still do. Like, it's just sometimes I'm just like, oh man, I don't know. I just have like a mental block when playing competitively against other people. If I was just playing, if it's just me and there is no other player, but then just the thought that there's another human who can beat me on the other side.
Does it bug you?
Yeah. I don't know why. It just does. Okay, let's get all your fans are now controlled and nicely and neatly tucked away, which is nice. We got one more little cable we're gonna plug here, and then we just got to do your PSU and looking in good shape. How's the run going?
Smooth, nice and smooth actually. No incidents to report.
That's
the
good.
moment.
You got 2 holy cards, right?
2 holy cards still. My damage is great. If I get like 1 or 2 more items, it's probably a smooth win here. I mean, then again, like the thing is with this character, You could die at any time, no
Yeah.
matter how good your run is. Literally, if I've died from looking at chat for 2 seconds.
Right, because you're like, dang it, I got distracted, I got confident.
One tier or one enemy that you don't see just bumping into you, and it's over. So that's what makes it like bite your nails, edge of your seat kind of thing.
And
People like to watch.
I mean, is you find it like almost a little bit of an addiction in some regards, right?
I mean, it definitely gets my blood pumping
Right.
when I play this character. I get that like adrenaline rush, and then I'll tell you what, man. When you beat this character in front of like 2,000 people, the feeling of that, of satisfaction, of like knowing you accomplished something that you're proud of in front of that many people, like there's no other. That's it, man.
There's no other equivalent
Yeah,
thing.
there's no comparison. So,
Do you have like a song that you go like after the stream you go play for yourself? Like Danger Zone?
oh man, Danger Zone's a good one. Wanted Dead or Alive.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
I used to play that on my way to Laser Quest as a kid to pump myself up. Like, wanted, dead, or alive, or
Then you
whatever.
got shot in the first 3 seconds.
Oh, no, I'm a god at laser tag. You don't want to go
You're
there.
like, we don't even joke about that, Robey.
I don't even like to brag in a normal situation, but I am not humble when it comes to my laser tag prowess, okay? I worked there from like 15 to 20, 21.
So you just quit last year?
Oh, yeah. I'm only 21, y'all. You didn't know? I'm super young, guys. But no, I used to like, it's like one of those kind of like embarrassing things. I used to go to like tournaments and stuff growing up, like on teams for laser tag.
Dude, that's nothing to be embarrassed about, dude. That's like legit stuff right there. That's like the things that like if you ever get like go for your Olympic, like, so I was watching this thing like there was like some sort of national like worldwide MMA championship, and like Tom Hardy like got gold. Tom Hardy, the like Hollywood actor, got gold in his sport. You know what I mean? So like it's completely within your realm. Like you could pick up a sport, you know, like curling or something, and then they're gonna tell people
I love
like
curling.
Not only is he good at curling, but he's also an incredible top-tier laser tag. You know what I mean? So I feel like you've just, when you go for your Olympic gold run, like you're just making your story better.
Yeah.
I feel that's what's happening right now.
I haven't played in a couple of years. Well, it's been a while. I think, so Lisa took me to laser tag like in Chicago for my 30th birthday, which was a few
Last
years
year?
ago. Yeah, last year. And I remember after like 5 minutes being like, I'm so out of shape, I'm dying, but I'm still winning. But like I was just pouring sweat and just hyperventilating, but kicking butt.
You were like, it was well worth it. Mm-hmm. So like now, like, are we gonna get like when you get back into competitive laser tag, are we gonna get like the Rocky montage? You know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun.
It's one of those things that unfortunately did not age well. So mine, where I live, got shut down a few years ago. I cry, but it was a fun childhood hobby, and it's just like one of those weird like facts that you can like tell people that they don't really expect. Like, I was a laser tag pro when I was growing up, and we used to travel and do all sorts of things. I mostly just tell people because I think it's hilarious.
Right.
It's just funny.
It is.
Nobody would think that.
And then you meet like the one guy's like, yeah, I was a traveling Chuck E. Cheese arcade pro.
Oh, they're out there. I bet you there is
I bet
one.
you there is one. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying there's somebody who's ready. Like Mod Monday, I'll be here and I'll be like, oh man, I know a laser tag pro.
Yo,
Do you know Cobalt?
Chat, you need to. He just said that if you have any guests you want on the channel, to like suggest them. Go find the pro.
The pro
that does that.
The Chuck E. Cheese.
The Chuck E. Cheese pro.
Yeah.
And we'll do our best. We'll see what we can do.
So yeah, you guys between our two audiences and our concurrency, we should be able to find somebody out there who fits that. Almost fits that.
Oh, you've got the Donkey Kong guy, right? That has like the
yeah, but that's
documentary.
That's like mired in controversy.
I know.
That's like not even a good story.
It's true.
Because it's like apparently if you play Donkey Kong, you're just naturally a cheater.
That game's hard.
I like how that's edited. No, that game's not easy.
It's a tough one. Oh no.
Are you thinking about jumping into that scene?
Yeah, the Donkey Kong.
The Donkey Kong scene?
Oh yeah.
Then we'll have
Rescue
like
the
the next
Princess?
documentary be about you.
Well, that
Saying.
guy probably regrets having a documentary about him now.
Yeah,
but-
exactly.
Okay, we're not doing that. We made the boss rush, which means we beat that part of the area in under 20 minutes. So
Nice.
a special door opens up, which is kind of trash usually, at least on this character. So we're gonna skip it, but means
Hopefully
we're
it's fine.
good pace.
Okay. I'm also in a good pace. Your last kind of little piece of hardware I had to add before I start working on your PSU I just got finished with.
I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited.
It already looks way better because there's far less random cables.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of jutting out,
Yeah.
Hydra style. I like that analogy, I guess is what it is.
Yeah.
That was a good one, especially right the D&D segue, and that was great.
Oh no, probably the most epic version, the most epic episode of Mod Workshop happening right now. I'm just saying. Between your laser tag exploits.
I'm just an interesting guy. What can I say?
What can I say? I'm actually pretty talented, and you guys should be honored to have me on the show.
Honestly, you carried all of the build, and it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot of stuff.
I have to say though, it was a little. I'm pretty sure when he showed up, you're like, it's a little touch and go. You're like, what's happening here? What's going on? But luckily, the production crew is pretty professional, and then there's Jack. But then the rest of us, the rest of them are actually pretty good.
Jack's got a rough life, I feel like. He's like that guy at the office that everybody's just like, hey man, you're going to be the butt of the joke for the next 5 years until you finally just had it up.
Usually it's Troy, but he's at a bachelor party. So we had to choose somebody new today. Today was Jack. Actually, Jack's just usually one who drops stuff, but not today. It's been
I will say they have so much cool stuff just laying around.
Yeah, I know.
Like a Captain America shield over here, a freaking Rocket League trophy. There's a freaking Boba Fett painting downstairs. I love it.
Black Lotus cup holders. It's just
I would take those from you. You would never see them again. I would Black Lotus is so iconic. I have debated getting a tattoo of a Black Lotus, but then again, it's I don't have one, so.
Where would you get would you get it on your back or?
Yeah, probably on a leg, back of my leg or
what about
calf
a Black
or something.
Lotus right in that iconic spot right in the middle of your back there? I mean, I just feel that's the approach.
Yeah. Well, I can't really enjoy it then. I mean, I could do like the Superman Black Lotus on my chest, but that would be just weird, and probably my fiance would dump me and never hear
He's
again
like,
from
look
her
what
again.
I got, honey.
She specifically told me, I don't mind tattoos, but not on your chest. I'm like, okay.
She's like, I want to
fair.
be super clear about something. I'm okay with everything, but stuff that's just randomly on your chest is not okay.
Yeah, not a Black Lotus anyway.
Okay, well, now we just have this little bit of stuff to deal with, which I will get to in just a moment. I'm just going to grab your extensions. We are getting very close to being done.
Right on pace. Yeah,
It
this
does.
has been an
By the way, the
absolute
PC
pleasure.
itself looks so good. I really do love this case. It's just a great case, and so it's. I think I'm happy that we were allowed to get to use this one. We haven't actually got to use this case on the show before, so.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
it's making its Mod Workshop debut.
Lots of firsts happening.
That's right. All the magic.
Thanks everybody for tuning in to watch as well. It's great to see chat rolling and people getting excited, and hopefully you guys can win some cool stuff. Make sure that if you want to have a chance for the giveaways, head over to the twitch.tv/Intel channel.
Yep.
And there's a bot in there, really easy to sign up. Come win some free stuff.
Yeah, he's a nice bot. He's not a mean bot.
Mr. Nightbot, I know the guy that made that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know Knight. He works for Discord now, but he's the one that made the Nightbot and Better Twitch TV.
Oh, wow.
Cool guy. Real nice guy.
I find most of those, I have found most of the people who made things like that end up being like the nicest people.
Oh yeah, super cool guy. He's really into the show Big Brother, so we always nerd it up when I hang out with him.
I've actually never watched that show.
I don't blame you, because it's either like it or you don't.
I never. Well, I mean, I like it's funny because like we were talking about, Intel ARC. The logo kind of looks like from the Netflix show The Circle. And so, yeah. So I did watch that one.
I have heard of that.
Oh, but you haven't watched it yet?
I know I'm more of like a Survivor challenge kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
I like watching them suffer in the wild and backstab each other.
Yeah, this one's got that too. It does. It's just it's actually.
They have people like pretending to be like completely
catfishing.
different people.
Yeah, catfishing. And like it's like in some of the stuff that they do is like pretty down and dirty. So
maybe I should check it out.
You should. I mean, it feels like
I love trash TV.
Yes, it is like one of my guilty pleasures.
90 Day Fiance.
Oh my gosh,
what a
that
train
show,
wreck, dude.
Oh, dude. I watch I'm literally that's like just watching a train wreck. The other one, what's the other one like?
Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight. Yeah, I watched that one too.
That's rough.
Oh, you know what, dude? We're way closer to the we have a lot more in common than I thought.
The people that they've picked for those shows are so crazy.
And they're like the worst of humans.
It's so much fun to watch, though.
Yeah.
It's you can't take your eyes away from it. It's so bad.
The only other thing that I have, and I don't know if you're the same, the other guilty pleasure I have is British baking show.
Dude. Yeah, great British baking show.
Yeah.
I watch like the Christmas edition.
Oh, every time?
Yeah, my fiance loves it. We love cooking shows. Anything cooking, we're down. My kid also loves watching baking stuff for some reason. He just loves watching like mixing bowls and things like that, so he actually can get away with having it on the main TV.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's like, YouTube. Put it on YouTube, Daddy. Fine, we'll watch VR marble racing or whatever for the next 2 hours.
Drone racing.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Actually, I bet you he'd actually really like that.
He might, yeah.
Drone racing's crazy.
I'll check it out. Anything where there's like nice big panoramic views and stuff, he really likes to like scenery and stuff like that, and baking. I don't know.
Those are good. Those are good things to like, though.
Yeah. Like maybe he'll be a baker one day. Bake me he can be on we'll move to the UK and he can be on the Great British
I heard there's
Show.
an American version coming out.
Oh, okay.
So he can be on the Great US Baking Show.
What about Iron Chef?
Oh man, that show's just abusive, but I do like it.
Yeah.
I saw that Gordon Ramsay was actually on like the Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Hot Ones or Mr. Beast.
Yeah, he did Mr. Beast because Mr. Beast gave away a chocolate factory.
Oh, right.
And then they had to make a dessert at the very end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Okay, we're adding your splashes of color now.
Cool.
Now, I don't know if they're going to be the right colors in your eyes, but they're purple and blue, right?
I'm not picky.
That's our ARC.
Sounds great.
That's our ARC.
Cobalt's a nice blue color. So it's on theme. I'm not one of those people that has to have like their case look like a race car. I care about what's in it, and is less than the aesthetic. But it is nice to have the cable management that's more beautiful to me than like a rainbow glowy sparkly case of doom.
Well, we'll give you both, right? You'll still have a great looking build that still has the RGB, but the RGB is tasteful in this one, which I actually really like. So.
Just about done with my run here too. I'm 1.5 floors away.
I'm actually hooking up your little extensions, and then we'll be good.
So here you fight yourself,
like you do.
Yeah. Just like real life.
Every day.
Every day, the struggle of fighting your evil twin, Angel.
Or just hitting go live.
Yeah. I don't know what my problem is. That it's such a weird thing.
Dude, it's not just you.
I know. I see people tweeting all the time like, I've been staring at my start button for the past hour and I just can't do it. And I'm like, I feel that. I feel that vibe sometimes. That's weird. Oh, it's because it's animated. Right.
Okay.
We're just gonna, oh, that was not. I was like, we're gonna just YOLO grab these items. I wouldn't normally do it. First one I picked up was terrible. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Now you're like rethinking that decision.
Yeah, it was not.
You were like, nah,
wow.
I was gonna. Never mind. Change my mind. We're not gonna YOLO nothing.
Okay, so we picked up the Parasite, which makes my tiers on contact split into tiny ones. And because I have that Immaculate Heart that gave me the damage, it makes things circle. It's pretty ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna start running your last little cables up here.
He's angry. Relax, puppy.
These gotta go up here. They're almost.
So any other games you're excited for coming out besides the
I'm
Callisto?
excited for Wrath because classic Wrath of the Lich King is coming out.
Oh right.
So I'm actually I used to so I was a game developer, like I said, you knew I had talked about that for like 20 years, and then we were like World of Warcraft was such a huge part of our community at Xbox. I mean, a ton of us played WoW. But you know, as WoW matured, you know, more and more people fell off.
Yep.
But I remember at its height, like honestly, Wrath was probably the height of when most people's hype, and a lot of people
my
were just,
favorite expansion by far.
And it was so good.
Ulduar, dude, is my favorite dungeon. It's so well done.
And I mean, just it was like the peak of Chris Metzen's like design stuff. I feel like they were at the top of their stride, like and so it was in a lot of ways,
which is the reason I wanted to play WoW in the first place, so I could go continue like the Warcraft 3 story to see what happens with Arthas.
And then all in all, like the other thing too is honestly it's the dragons, right? Like there was the story of Malygos, and you had Alistraza, and so much like really great lore at the same time. So it was just one of those things where I was like,
they nailed it.
I had some, they nailed it, and Wrath was the best, right? And so I kind of feel like I've started playing Burning Crusade, and our guild is like growing and doing stuff for that, and I've gotten some of that same nostalgia. In fact, one of my favorite streaming moments was us getting the guild built for the first time, because I don't game all that much anymore, and now I've kind of re-added gaming back into streaming, and so it was really neat to see all of the people band together and us like get the votes to actually make the guild, and that was fun. It was just a really cool moment.
Great.
So I think that has been one of them for sure. And then so I'm excited about that. I am excited for Dragonlands, just because dragons again were my favorite thing in WoW. So I'm excited to check that out and see what they actually do with that. I hope it ends up being a better expansion. I feel like they're learning a lot from some of the mistakes they made in some of their older ones. So that I'm excited for Project Calypso, right? Isn't
Callisto.
Callisto. I can never remember the name, but Project Callisto. I'm really excited about that. And then there's some art. There's a Homeworld 3 that's coming out.
I've never played Homeworld, but
so
I'm aware of it.
If you're a huge RTS fan, it was like it really did kind of put the RTS.
I love StarCraft and Warcraft.
And it kind of turned it on its head, because it's all in 3D, and you had to think in 3D, and so adding that Z-axis made a big kind of difference. So I'm excited to check out how that ends up being. So excited about that.
I'm really excited for Hollow Knight Silksong.
Oh yeah. And so those are a lot of kind of your.
That's my jam.
That's your jam, right?
I got the first Hollow Knight 2 days early, and just loved it so much. It was an amazing experience, and at first it wasn't doing as well as like I had hoped, and then it after a couple of months it caught traction, and now everybody seems to know about it and is excited about it.
The other thing too that's actually helped a lot with its popularity again has been how well it runs on Steam Deck.
Really, I'm still waiting kind of to be able to have the
I'm
one of those.
It's awesome.
In line.
Is it
good?
For somebody who travels as much as I do, it was like the must-have. I mean, I know you don't travel as much.
Yeah.
But for
we
somebody
used to.
When you used to, dude, it was like game changer.
There it is, victory.
Okay.
For the Tainted Lost. Had a little hiccup there.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Well, why don't we go ahead and we're going to do another quick break, guys, and we're going to bring him back. We're super close to being ready for him here. So we're going to finish that out. But let's take a 10-minute break, and we'll come back and get this build finished and get it turned on.
Sounds great.
She said that she hate me, I hate me too. I can always tell when you're lying, girl, you're see-through. All these miles away, yeah, I just wanna see you. Baby, give me good face, she hit me like seafood. Remember when I saw you, hi, it's nice to meet you. Know my old girl salty, she just wanna be you. I'm a dog, no Maltese, I don't wanna leave you. Once you're right here, I just don't wanna mistreat you, no. Cause I've been a douchebag before, baby girl, I don't wanna repeat. She just won't please me, she look in my eyes, told me why are you bleeding? And I don't even know how to answer. I take these drugs to my bladder. She says she noticed a pattern, she say I look gorgeous, I tell her I'm flattered. But I hate my reflection, when I look at you all I see is perfection. I'm so depressed and I don't know the reason, just wanna feel better. Hate my reflection, when I look at you all I see is perfection. I'm so depressed and I don't know the reason, just hope I feel better. Don't know the reason, just hope I feel better. I just hope I feel better. You said that you love me, don't know if it's still true. Hate it when you're not here, love it when I'm with you. You say you don't trust me, all the shit we've been through. Why you always upset? I don't really get you, I don't really get you. Why should I always gotta be so stressful? Baby, can you tell me why are you so vengeful? I don't understand you, I can't live without you, but I can't fucking stand you. I'm just so obsessed, I should take better care of myself, but fuck it. Blacked out in public on that like she upset, but I know she love it.
Hey everybody, Ryan Schraub from Intel here with you for another quick update. Today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about VRR, HDR, and HDMI, a bunch of letter soup and acronyms that are very important to gamers. First up, I'm going to talk about VRR, or Variable Refresh Rate, or VESA Adaptive Sync that's part of the DisplayPort standard. Variable refresh rate is a technology that allows the monitor's refresh rate and the GPU's render rate to be in sync. And that means you can avoid a lot of distracting artifacts like visual tearing or stutters when those two engines are kind of running at the same time. When you have full VSync on or off, you run the risk of all of those other defects that we were talking about. Right, so behind me, running on an Intel ARC A770, we have an Acer 4K 120 Hz variable refresh display. And you can see here we've got the Death Stranding Director's Cut title playing, and we are running it around, well, if I look around here, 90 to 100 to 80 frames per second, depending on where you're looking, right? But the important thing is on this monitor, it has a tool to display the refresh rate of the monitor. So not only can we see the render rate of the GPU in the top left corner, here at about 95 frames per second, we can see that the refresh rate of the display is matching it, oscillating back and forth between 95 and 96 frames per second. This ensures a great experience for the gamer as they're playing their games, and shows that ARC is fully supporting the DisplayPort VRR standards. Now, also worth noting is that while Intel ARC should support any and all VESA Adaptive Sync rated displays, we're going the extra mile here. We're validating a bunch of displays. We're going to test more than 100 of the top VRR capable monitors to ensure that gamers have the ability to get up and running day one when they get their Intel ARC graphics card. Now, another technology that gamers are really excited about is HDR. In short, HDR basically means more colors and more contrast while you're gaming. Most modern games today support HDR as long as you have a monitor and a graphics card that's supported as well. Here we've got this new Alienware HDR QD OLED screen. It's fantastic. We've got the director's cut of Death Stranding back up here for you. Now, what's great about this is that it looks fantastic, but the problem with any display technology, obviously, is that showing you at home what that looks like and the effect it can have on your gaming is really tough. We've got a camera that's capturing it, it's being compressed, we're streaming it to whatever monitor you have, but luckily, here at Intel, we're spare no expense. We've got terrific testing capabilities. We have a very accurate, highly reliable external testing device that we can bring in to show you that HDR is working appropriately. Hey, Ken, can you bring over the HDR testing device? Thanks.
Hi.
Hi. Let's take a look at this HDR real fast.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it's obviously in HDR mode. First of all, because at the end of the hallway, that's like super bright. I don't know how that's going to translate on the camera, unfortunately, but
that's why we have you here,
yeah, I mean,
HDR tester.
There. I mean, look at how bright that stuff is.
Even just standing looking at the screen,
right.
It's impressive.
Yeah. All right.
Well, hey, thanks very much. I appreciate it. Now, another question we've gotten from the community recently is about HDMI and what kind of HDMI, what level of HDMI support does Intel ARC have? In both the notebook and desktop space, the Intel ARC GPU itself supports HDMI 2.0 out of the box, right? So, but customers in both the notebook and desktop space have the option to add an extra chip, a Pecan, onto their notebook or add-in card that will basically do a DisplayPort 1.4 to HDMI 2.1 conversion. So you'll get all the capabilities and features of HDMI 2.1 if you need it. Now that's optional, so it's going to be up to the customer to implement, but as an example, our Intel branded A750 and A770 limited edition graphics cards do integrate that and thus will fully support HDMI 2.1. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you soon as we keep rolling out Intel ARC graphics.
Hey, what's up, guys? We are back. Look at that Intel Gamer Days logo, and we have a completely ready PC that just needs to basically have a graphics card put into it, which means we're at the big moment. We're at the big moment.
We did it.
We did it.
We're here.
Yes. It was success. Even the back, we'll show you the back. It's a little bit pre-wired from there, but we got the back actually cleaned up and ready to go here, so everything looks good there. But now it is time. There it is. It is
clean.
It is clean. The only thing that we have here is this is just because we don't know how the GPU is going to go, so it's just loose right now. But we'll get it all squared away here in a minute. But now is the time to unbox. So you ready?
I'm ready. We gave a little sneaky peeky earlier, but now's the moment.
I'm going to hide behind this in case it, any fireworks or anything like that. Here it is, man. You ready?
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay. Okay, so there is the GPU. Now, and it says let's play. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything inside of it right now, but you want to go and take it out. On the back is kind of the cooler stuff. So this is the limited edition right there. Look at that. So the ARC 770, there's the limited edition right there. It has a 6-pin and an 8-pin connector, which we've got it pre-wired for. And then this bar down here along the bottom, all of that is actually RGB. So it is all RGB all the way around it. So that's very nice. Luckily, I got the opportunity to work with Liquid House, PC Works, and Blue Horse Studios, where we did mods for this. But this is the first live build with an Intel ARC. And dude, it's for you, man. I mean, look at this. He's excited.
I am so excited.
And on top of that, not only is this the first live build with it, but it is also a completely air-cooled 12900K as well. So it's everything that you could potentially ever want inside of something like this. So it's going to be quiet. We got 340 millimeter fans and these beautiful 180 millimeter fans to basically blow air to that Noctua NH-U12A, right? So it's going to be pretty awesome. So we're close to turning it all on.
I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Okay, so let's have you do this now. So what I'm going to do is have you pop over here. I'll take this. Okay. I'll just throw this off to the side. No, just kidding. Let's go ahead and just go and toss it. There's 2 screws right here. These 2 right here. You want to look? Oh yeah, these 2 right here. I'm going to grab you Excalibur. Kneel, my son.
Oh, I was like.
Oh, you're just. Look at you trying to kneel.
Nope.
Go ahead and kneel down.
I need the
There we go.
Excalibur.
Since you're doing Excalibur, there we go. You are hereby allowed to install the ARC A770.
This guy right here.
Yeah, just go and remove those 2. Okay.
Pop. And then the one right below it.
Just going to remove that sticker. There we go. Okay. You got it?
I got it.
Okay. Did we go? Oh, we went 1 too low.
Did I?
We did 1 too low, so we got the one above it too.
I'll fix it up. Oh.
There we go.
Item 2.
Then we'll just
The
put
fan.
there we go. Then we'll just put the other one down. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Get that back in there.
It's going to go into like a little slot, so it'll go right flush. There, you get it? You get it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, my hand does not want to cooperate. Just the top one here?
Yeah, there you go. You just tighten it down.
There.
Okay, now.
Slow us down too bad.
Here we go. Here you go, sir. There it is. It's going to sit it right inside of there. Look at, look at all the, I matched all the white. See how all of these have like single whites? Everything's got the white stripe. It's like we planned it this way.
Oh, man.
You see it?
All right.
You should just be able to give it a nice solid push. Ooh, that sounded good. That sounded good.
Good. Can you
That
check it
sounded
for
good.
me?
Yeah, sure. For sure. Yeah, we're... Oh, no, we're not. Okay, we're stuck on a little rubber thing here. Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah. I have little rubber things in the back.
Oh, that's why.
Yep.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, we'll just get rid of
Like-
these for now.
Won't go in.
Okay, here we go. Let me get started, and then I'm gonna have you finish pushing it in here. Because you gotta put this in, dude.
Mount it in there. A little lower, I think.
Okay. There, okay. Go ahead and give it a push, solid push. There, see that? There it is.
That's satisfying.
You felt it go in there. It was clicky, clicky. Solid. Okay, so let's go ahead and have you put in the screws. I'll start them, and then you can finish screwing them in. Because you were having like a
moment.
Oh, that is like, yeah.
Still shaky from that Isaac run. My nerves, you think I would be used to it by now.
No, I actually don't think you would be, because like it's like anything can happen. And you said it's like so much randomness, right? So
it is. It's a struggle the entire time on that character.
Okay.
The other ones actually have health. Go figure.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to get this started and then have you finish that. Once it goes in, come on, baby. Do your part.
I can see it trying.
Over 10 hours of just ARC footage.
It's like it's just slightly
Here, let's do this.
locked.
Okay, here we go. There. Okay, let you finish screwing that in.
Yeah.
There we go. That looks really good inside of this case. I'm just happy. Just
Ta-da!
happy. Ta-da! Okay, now for the last part. So now this,
Plug her in.
plug it in. First one. Why are you being so wacky?
I feel like I'm a part of like Intel history right now.
You are.
That's so cool.
We've also got like a little bit of a twisted scenario here, so we have to fix that here. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's why.
Such awesome cable management. You were working while I was over there.
That's what we do. Okay, now, I don't know what's up with these cables because they're being funky in the not good way. We're going to work on getting these to do what they need to do, because right now they're annoying me. And then we will turn it on and the world will rejoice.
Angels will sing from the heavens.
What
Trumpets.
Song, what song do you think they'll sing? Probably This Is the Song That Doesn't End.
Thunderstruck.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be like, I'd be down. I'd be like, what is going on?
Oh, man.
This is the greatest.
I'm ready. Take me.
And you know what? Because of what's happening, and you know, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, then cover your ears. Cover your ears.
Spoiler alert.
Eddie's playing him. Eddie's playing it right now in the Angels. Eddie.
I'm not that far. It's okay though. Poor Eddie.
Okay, we're getting the. I feel like there's been enough time if you're really into.
No, I know.
If you're into Stranger Things. Okay, see, this is just a little bit of training to get the cable to do what you need it to do. So when you turn it on, you gotta make sure it looks good. What do you think?
Condition it. Yeah, that looks great.
Okay, does that
Bling.
look good?
Look at the drip, chat. The drip.
The drip. It's like this thing is wearing Supreme right now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we got one little spare. Okay, so let's put the case back together now. We've got the build done. There it is. Intel ARC in. We got it looks good. Ish. I'm gonna fix one thing. Sorry.
Perfectionist.
I'm a perfectionist. And this is the first live one, so we're gonna get one couple little cable issues. Do a dance or something there.
I'm not a dancer, but that's about all I got. I can do that. I can do that for like raise the roof and stuff. I don't know.
Do you know the shopping cart? Like, 'cause that's
absolutely not.
That's a classic right there.
Is that like Where
It's
you're
where,
just
it's where you're doing like no, it's where you're doing the you take the put it
Oh, okay.
it's
I know the Macarena. Okay, like
that's pretty good.
that's about it.
That's like quality dancing right there. I'm proud of you. Okay,
People in chat are like, "What's the Macarena?
what is that?
I never heard of that." Look it up.
Look it up. Or go to a wedding. It's like every
Yeah.
wedding's gonna have it. Okay, that feels
Beautiful.
that feels better. Okay, there we go, guys. Ugh. How does that look?
Does it pass the chat inspection?
I think it does. I'd hope so.
You put your computer together backwards.
Yeah.
That's when they hit you with
That's
that.
when they hit me with. What were you doing? There it is, right there. Looks nice and clean now. Look at that. Okay, so let's put it back together. Sir, first part. That's fine. Just the top. So that goes in the front. Should just snap right on. Just line it up, and then just give it a solid push.
Work with me here. Maybe I go in first this way.
There you go. There you go. The bottom going?
Nope.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing, PC? Sometimes it helps to do this. Ugh.
There we go. Oh, I feel like you want to seat that in there first. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was the problem. Yep, you solved it. If there's a problem, we'll solve it. Maybe?
Let the DJ revolve it, or whatever.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, my gosh.
There it goes. There, we just did it just so we could get that song in the show.
Mm-hmm. My favorite Vanilla Ice song is the turtle one.
The turtle
The ninja
one?
rap. Ninja rap.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't
Yep.
that...
Go
but
Ninja,
wasn't it,
go
yeah,
Ninja.
wasn't
It was
that...
the movie.
That was from
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep. Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see
The
some
backs are going to
screws.
go back there, so yeah. You're going to... it's
see it.
actually, I think it sits straight down first, and then it kind of slides into it. Yeah, just like that, yeah.
Ah, perfect.
And then just, there you go, big screws.
Bam.
Bam. Okay, last part, just for the back. Gotta be careful here. There is,
The glass.
this one's on the outside, so I'm gonna take this off. Because you'll do the,
That's so satisfying to me for some reason. I
oh,
don't know.
you're
I
gonna
love
do
pulling
it
them off.
too. I just do the inside ones. Oops. There we go. It might be. Yeah, that's okay. We just got, again, I made that. Okay, we're good there.
Perfect.
Okay, so there is the build completely on and ready to go. So if we want to grab a power cable, I got one right here.
I saw one earlier.
Dun, 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 dun. You ready, sir?
It's like a lightsaber.
It
I'm
is.
ready. I can't even express
Oh,
my
it's so
excitement.
nice. Someone in chat said it's a work of art. That was good. I like that one.
Oh, that was a good impromptu
Elefino.
joke. All right.
Okay, plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in.
We're like kindred spirits.
We are. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna hit. You're gonna go and turn that. Oh, hold on. Before we do
Yep.
that, hold on. Wait. Okay, let's get in the center. Get in the center. Okay, there we go. And we're just gonna go like this. Just gonna go like this.
Perfect.
Oh, look at that. Oh. You know what? There's one thing we forgot. One thing. We got to do it. We got to put the. We'll do the sticker here afterwards. But let's make sure it works first. Okay. Go ahead and hit that power button right there.
Oh, it's ready.
Oh, did you turn the switch on? Okay, there we go. Hit that power button. Oh, look at that. There it is, right there.
Look at those things going, burr. Fans go burr.
Isn't that cool?
Dude, thank you so much for helping, guiding me.
Okay, so now we have a special moment. We have a special moment that we got to do, and this is just to make it a mod workshop, PC. So we'll let people just enjoy that.
It's like it has a mind of its own.
It won't come off. Okay, here we go. So we have our Mod Workshop sticker that officially makes this a Mod Workshop PC.
It's like a badge of honor.
Exactly.
That's cool. You already had stickers ready to go.
Yes.
You're telling me I need to pump some stickers out.
You do. It's still a promise that you've made America.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to lift up this little spot right here, put it in the bottom right-hand corner. So I still want you to get the peel job,
Okay.
so we're going to, okay, so here we go.
Yeah, you got to do that because it's crooked if I do it. Colorblind.
I think that looks, that is not straight. Oh, no.
Good enough.
No, it's stuck. No, I didn't put it that hard. Okay, it's good.
Fine. It's fine.
This is killing me.
That's what it is. We should have got the protractor out.
I know, I couldn't. Didn't think it would stick.
What is with the giant pencil over there, by the way?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, so professional. That looks sharp.
That does look really good, actually. Okay, and now what we do for the last touch, where's our Intel? Okay, here it is, here it is. Here's our last touch right here. Open this, and you get to put the last thing in. There we go. Okay, so that is, since it's an Intel Mod Workshop, I'm just going to put that right next to the, right there. Good enough.
Good enough.
Good enough. Look at that.
Perfect.
Now we take our little thing here, clean up our little mess. In our Intel Mod Workshop.
So excited.
Going to put this back over this because we just want to pretend you get the peel. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the ever so important peel part. Okay, sir, if you want to come start right here, and then you're going to peel this way. Come out or come around front.
Okay.
And now you're going to see all the pretty, because now you're going to see all the lights that you couldn't see from the front. You're going to start right, yeah, there you go. Oh, we're going to start from the bottom here. Here we go.
Oh, I love it. Ooh.
There it is.
Wow.
That looks so good. It's so shiny
wow.
that we're seeing all the reflections of ourselves in the reflections. It's meta. Okay, there it is right there, guys. Intel Mod Workshop, the Intel ARC. Dude, what'd you think?
I had so much fun. Thank you. Thank y'all so much for having me out here. I still can't believe it. Like, that's so cool.
Now, if you guys want to catch Cobalt, make sure 6 o'clock Central Time. Pretty much every day.
Just about every day.
Every once
Except
in
for
a while.
Thursdays, D&D.
Yeah, Thursdays he's got D&D. That's at 2 a.m. And it's on ESPN 8 The Ocho. No, I'm just kidding. It's right after Dodgeball. Yeah, after Dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the 3Ds or 5Ds or whatever they are. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Super appreciate you going there. Huge shout out to Intel ARC and Newegg for providing all of the parts. Congratulations, obviously, on Intel ARC, the first live build. So many milestones now being knocked out right now as they continue to to start their domination of whatever they're dominating.
Taking them
but
down.
anyway, something. It's going to be great, whatever it is. But anyway, guys, this has been Intel Mod Workshop. Super appreciate you guys being there, and we look forward to seeing you on, PDT or PST. It is CST.
CST.
6 p.m.
Central.
Central Standard Time.
Central boy.
He's from one of those states that nobody lives in. But
Exactly.
They're
True.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that is what's going on. Super appreciate all of you guys hanging out tonight, and we will see you guys on the next one. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you.